And we are live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever your job description is, shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Shout out to you. Here we are on this beautiful Monday morning. Today is the 2nd of February 2026, and we're happy to be here. We're up, we're ready, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as we call it. As I told you last week, preparing you for today, the time we agreed on was 10 a.m. So around 10 a.m., we are going to have two persons, if they will still appear. We're scheduled to have two persons, two attorneys who will join us live on screen. And here's the bio of the two attorneys. The first one name is Marlon Bennett, and attorney Marlon Bennett is a graduate of Nova Southeastern University, Broad College of Law in Davie, Florida. Marlon is a member of and in good standing with the Florida Bar, and he has been in practice for over 13 years. Marlon's main field of practice within law are areas that include immigration, landlord/tenant, and estate planning. I told my audience last week, Friday, come Monday morning with your questions, right? We all know that attorneys charge fees. So for you to have two attorneys with almost 30 years of experience between them, two young attorneys with almost 30 years of experience between them, seasoned in their field and very knowledgeable, this morning would be the morning to get your questions in. They are not going to be on the screen for long. All right. Don't expect attorneys to just come sit around and just answer questions for free, because that's not what they do. We all know that if you want attorneys to answer your questions, there's a thing that you book with an attorney that is called a consultation. So we are already grateful for the fact that they're going to give us a few minutes this morning. That is the background of and the bio of Mr. Marlon Bennett. And then our own Charlotte Edwards, who appears in green, her name in green, all the time on this platform as Charlotte's Law. Attorney Charlotte Edwards, she obtained her law degree from Rutgers University in Newark, New Jersey, where her focus was on entertainment law, particularly copyright and music, as well as immigration. Charlotte was sworn into the Florida Bar in 2012, and she launched her firm shortly thereafter. She had been a licensed Florida attorney for now close to 14 years, and she continues to serve clients in Florida and throughout the United States of America. So today's main topics, which they are coming to give us some insight, some help on, is ice, not the ice that's outside because it's cold outside, and we do have ice in Florida today. Woke up, went outside and saw ice all over the vehicles. Not the ice uniform, the ones in uniform dragging people, immigration ice, but ice. It's cold. It's cold here. But they're going to be talking to us about ice, immigration ice. All right. How to proceed if you're approached by ICE, 75 country plan, the implications for you as a petitioner for a family member, available immigration opportunities, and what immigration options can you still take advantage of. That's around there will be, where the knowledge will be given to us about. And then if you have anything else you want to ask in the comment section, I suggest that you ask your questions now and get an expert answer now. All right. Shout out to everybody tuning in this morning. Had to get that out the way before the long talk can begin and all that, because we do have some time until 10 o'clock. And we should be finished today by 11:30 the latest, just to give everybody a time frame of how long we're going to be on screen today. All right. Let me say some shout outs. Shout out to Julie Tapper. Thank you for being in this morning. Thank you for being the first one in this morning. Shout out to You're the Finest. You're the Finest. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Marvelous Kelly is in the building with us this morning. Dorothy T is in the building with us this morning. S Diva is in the building with us this morning. Audrey, big up yourself. Audrey Wright's in the building with us this morning. Thank you for being here. Who else is here? Julie Tapper is here. Lucky Six is in the building. Black Eagle is in the building with us this morning. Two Irie is in the building with us this morning. Two Irie says a wonderful and blessed morning to everyone here. It's February 2nd. We give thanks to the Most High. We made it. Darren Ranger is in the building with us this morning. Darren, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Peter G is in the building with us this morning. Says Grand Rising, SouFLoTV and family. Donna Davis is in the building. Simon G is in the building with us this morning. Michelle Ingram is in the building with us this morning. Can't call out everybody's name. Miss Goldie Robinson is here. Miss Goldie Robinson, thank you. We appreciate you greatly. Rosalind Smichael, big up yourself. Thank you for being here as well. All right. We're going to call it that there. If I didn't call your name, it's because your name is way down the list and I can't stay here calling out names all morning. We have a couple of things to talk about before, the attorneys get on the screen and start saying their piece. I think I should go ahead and share the live. Share the, whatchamacallit. You know what's funny? I was eating some peanut just now, right? Before I came on the live. I'm going to brush my teeth, and wash out my mouth, and the peanut pieces, them like, I don't know which part them I come from, but as I'm talking to you, I feel the peanut pieces flying to the front of my mouth, like I don't know from where, because I gargled, I brushed my teeth, and no, the peanut, they're like right here. So I try to talk, I know spit peanut pieces at the same time, just in case anybody is like, what's wrong with SouFLo mouth this morning? Why am I talking for like hot rice in my mouth? It's peanut pieces. All right. So we watched the Grammys yesterday. We can talk about the Grammys, and then we have why we say Black excellence, and then we have nope, we are not coming back. Nope, we're not coming back. When you listen, because you're going to choose where I start. Nope, we're not coming back is a Jamaican doctor who is based in the United States of America. Remember, for the past week or so, or 2 weeks, we've been talking about the Jamaican government calling all their medical personnel back to the island, especially those in the nursing field who are at expert level, certain specialties. And we had that discussion here, and we said, boy, them people that when they reach over here and then get to those levels, they don't normally want to go back because first of all, it takes hard work to even get there. And then when you get there, the amount of money that's there, Jamaica can't even come close to it, right? So we're having these discussions. Now, a professional who went through all of that and then some has put out a lengthy article where she's talking about, nope, we are not coming back. So that's what no, we're not coming back is about. The grass is greener on the other side, basically. We can start there, or we can start, why do we say Black excellence? I saw a brother who has a huge platform who said this morning, the awards and stuff are going. And he said, why do we say Black excellence? Isn't there white excellence? Why can't we just celebrate excellence without putting the racial thing into it? And I thought, damn, if somebody got to explain this to this grown man, then, he's either part of the problem or whatever, or he's far behind. So we can discuss why we say Black excellence, or we can talk about, no, we're not coming back, or we can talk about the Grammys. Vybz Kartel did not win a Grammy. My other pick for the Grammy did not win a Grammy. Also, what they had Lila Ike perform at the Grammys is not what I expected her to be performing at the Grammys. And then the winner of the Grammy is somebody who most people didn't even know until he won the Grammy, but he is highly connected. And then Masicka dancehall artist Masicka is credited on that Grammy win as well. Remember, Masicka and Kartel, or Masicka was going at Kartel recently and things like that. So we can talk Grammy, or we can talk Black Excellence, or we can talk No, We're Not Coming Back. The time begins now. You have 60 seconds to choose. Choose wisely. 60 seconds, and then I will be ready for you. And we are 10 seconds in. We have 50 seconds to go. Let me see. I see Grammy. Sarah Caliente is in the building with us this morning, all the way from down under, Australia. Sarah, big up yourself. So we have 1 Grammy. We are not enough. We have 2 Grammy. Black Excellence, 1 Black Excellence. We have 3 Grammys. We have 4 Grammys. All right, 5 Grammys. We are not coming back. We are not coming back. We have 5 Grammys and 3. We are not coming back. We have 5 Grammys, 4. We are not coming back. 6 Grammys, 5. We're not coming back. That's close. We're 30 seconds in. It's tied between Grammys and We're Not Coming Back. Grammys just pushed ahead by 3. So we have 8 Grammys and 5. We're Not Coming Back. We have 8 Grammys and 6. We're Not Coming Back. We have 9, 10 Grammys and 6. We're Not Coming Back. We are 40 seconds in, 20 seconds to go. We have 11, 12 Grammys. All right. 1, 2, 3. It looks like it's going to be the Grammys. Not coming back. Not coming back. Big win. Rasta did it again. The Arkansas particularly will be unable. All right. I see 0, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Seals the deal. The Grammy wins by 2. We're Not Coming Back would follow behind the Grammys. All right. Let's start out with the Grammys then. So, no Grammy for Vybz Kartel. All the Vybz Kartel fans in the house, including myself, we're highly disappointed. We don't have no Grammy for celebrate. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Choose your words wisely. I'm not gonna say I didn't expect a Grammy. I'm gonna say, when I looked up, I'm going to stand on what I said before. When I looked up what the qualifications are and how the Grammy committee chooses a Grammy winner, I thought Kartel was going to get the Grammy for sure. Because they said they don't just do the Grammy based on the artist having sales. So it doesn't come down to sales. It comes down to influence that they have within the culture of the genre that they are going to be nominated in. And I thought, since they mix up reggae with dancehall, there's no way Vybz Kartel wasn't going to get it. Because from he got out of prison until today, nobody has made bigger moves than him in the genre, right, of reggae dancehall. I thought for sure it was going to be him. But looking at the album though, I did say this when I did the review. I said I don't think Vybz Kartel did enough promoting for that album to actually pick up the Grammy. Granted, it didn't have any collaborations, any big collabs on it or anything like that. He was pretty much doing it by himself. But at the same time, it wasn't promoted enough, you know? That was my second person to win. I said it in these exact words. I said, Vybz Kartel is going to get the Grammy. If Vybz Kartel don't get the Grammy, Lila Ike is going to get the Grammy, and I won't be disappointed. That's what I said, right? Well, Lila never get it. Kartel never get it. Keznamdi got it. For sure, you say I'm not a wagonist. I did a review on each reggae album that was selected for the Grammy nominations 2 months ago. So I have my video queued here on screen because yesterday when Keznamdi won with Blood and Fire, and I left a comment where I said, let's be honest, a lot of you didn't know who he was, and a lot of you don't play his music, so don't bother with the bandwagon thing now. Like, you know, we have this thing where we run out and say, I me build the artist, right? I me build him. I me long time me I listen to him and I tell people about him, which is usually is a lie. They don't really know the artist and don't care for the artist's music until the artist wins something big. Then they're like, I'm your number one fan. So I was telling the people, I said, don't bother with that. You can go listen to his music now that you know who he is. But most of you didn't know who he was before. And it's okay to say you didn't know. So somebody said to me yesterday, SouFLo, if you move from around here because it's not your fault if you didn't know where good music was or you never listened to good music. So cue up my what am I call it now? We're gonna call it the review because it was a review. I did a review of each project that was finalized for the Grammys. Right when they did the roundup, they did that about 2 months ago. Because this video was posted by me on YouTube 2 months ago. The title of the video was Vybz Kartel or Lila Ike or one of the others will win the Grammy for Best Reggae Album. And I put a question mark behind it. And these are my words right here. Let me play it for you. I said this. Hit play. Turn up the volume. Remember, I know this are 2 months before the Grammy. Listen. That rose to that level of magnitude globally. However, it was a solid album. And a lot of the tracks on there also got a video to go with them, right? You can't be lazy. And in this world where people want to see stuff while they're hearing stuff, if you're in the entertainment business, it's best to put a video to the songs. It gives the song more mileage. And Vybz Kartel has been racking up the millions and millions and millions of views on YouTube with these songs, with the videos to go with the songs from the Heart and Soul project. Can't Leave You Alone, big. Cinderella Ballroom, big. Let me cut to the chase. Well, let's see what happens next. Let's talk about the other albums now, a little bit. So we're going to talk about, let me see, Keznamdi album Blood and Fire. Keznamdi put out an album that is truly blood and fire. I mean, when I listen to the album does something as in, if you listen to an album and the album does not move you to either think or move or think and move at the same time or get up and feel like you want to move something, whether you want to fuck it up or you want to meditate upon it or whatever the case may be, then you're not listening to powerful music. Keznamdi's Blood and Fire is powerful, and that's the least I can say. Natty Dreadlocks, Live Roots version. Identity Crisis is one that you need to listen to. Colonial Bondage is one you super needs to listen to. Pumps and Pride, Pressure. There is River Jordan, Serious Times, Somebody, and I Am. You need to hear this album, but the thing is, I don't think that the world is ready for this level of a revolutionary type of music when the words in the songs are too revolutionary, if you understand what I'm saying, right? It's kind of like Bob Marley singing, one love, one heart, let's get together and feel all right. That sounds like a song for everybody across the world, regardless of what you are, what your racial, social, political, economic, whatever backgrounds you come from, ethnicity, whatever. That song. Now, if you listen to a Sizzler, Black Woman and Child, oh yeah, 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 for you I really have so much love. That specifically speaks to only Black women and Black children. So everybody else is eliminated. It's kind of like what Blood and Fire is from Keznamdi to me. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think it's going to get that crossover feel or that strong look like it's supposed to get. All in all, it is a super album and definitely one to add to your collection. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the holidays have come.
All right. That's from my review on YouTube, and that was posted. YouTube says it was posted 2 months ago. Okay, so from 2 months ago, I talked about this album and I said it's a powerful album. I misread the crowd though, because I said The album is super. It's a banger of an album. It's a masterpiece. It's one for your collection. But the album is so revolutionary. I didn't think they would be ready for it on that commercial level. You know what I'm saying? I even went as far as to use the Sizzla versus Bob Marley comparison. Like, you know, Bob Marley sing One Love. That's everybody in the world. Everybody in the world is like, come on, let's sing Kumbaya. Let's hold hands. One love does not eliminate anybody. So anybody can feel like one love belongs to them. You know what I'm saying? But when Sizzla come in with the black woman and white woman, turn that off immediately because it don't apply to her. You're talking to black women and their children. I'm not black, I'm a white woman, right? Or Asian woman, she turned that off or changed the channel immediately because it doesn't apply to her either. So I looked at Keznamdi album as Blood and Fire, as real blood and fire. Like the album was that revolutionary where they wouldn't be ready for it yet. But apparently they were ready for it. One thing I probably didn't take into consideration is how many times the Marleys have won. And Junior Gang Marley always make revolutionary music. And Junior Gang Marley and the rest of the Marleys have so many albums. So they have people on the Grammy board who are used to giving Grammys to revolutionary reggae. That skipped me. That skipped me in my reasoning. That's my video though. It's still on YouTube where you can go and hear me talk about Mortimer's album. I talked about Lila Ike's album. Lila Ike's album, I for sure thought if Kartel never get it, it was definitely going to be Lila. Treasure Self-Love? Oh my God. Treasure Self-Love is a diamond piece of work, man. I can't find anything to skip on it. I can't find nothing to skip on it. And then they said she was performing at the Grammys, so I thought, this looks suspicious because Kartel is not attending the Grammys. You know, them have people who know people behind the scenes who can already tell people, say, yo, your artist didn't get the Grammy, bro. And then a man can say, all right, it don't make no sense us travel all the way out there to the Grammys. We not getting it. Or whatever. So I found it suspicious that Vybz Kartel did not attend the Grammy. Right away, I started thinking and probably get the news already saying, no, I'm going to get it. And then they bait with Lila Ike. They bait us with Lila Ike talking about she's going to be performing. And me over here tell my audience, said the Grammys is Sunday. Don't forget the Grammys. Lila is going to be performing live. You don't want to miss it. You know, I saw her performed. There's a song she has that's called Scatter. And I saw her perform Scatter acoustic style in front of a huge crowd. It gave goosebumps. So I was like, man, if she performs this on Grammy stage, she's going to go in a whole nother stratosphere, like for our superstardom. This is it. This is the moment. Because of who is in that Grammy audience, you know, all these executives and whoever who never looked at you before, you about to shut the room down right in front of them. And she came out singing some song where, and sharing the stage with who I don't even know. And I'm like, I was so disappointed. Matter of fact, I was out the road, me there, me keep on, I check the phone, I see what I go on with Grammys. I see Lila Ike performing live now. I'm like, it's 5:20 in the afternoon. The Grammys are supposed to start at 8 p.m. Why she perform now? Why they have her performing now? And why they have her sharing the stage with these people? I don't know. I just wanted more for Lila. I feel like she deserved more. But, you know, the Grammy is not our thing. We don't plan it. And I also always tell people from our genre of music, reggae and dancehall music, yeah, it's a high achievement for any musician globally to have a Grammy because that's how much they've put into it. That's how them look on it. It's an award that as a musician, you want to have achieved a Grammy. So you can say, I have a Grammy to my belt too. But we don't depend on Grammy to validate our music and who is hot and who is not in our culture. Grammy is not the decider of our culture. You know what I'm saying? We decide who hot and who not, who relevant and who not. And then Grammy give award to who Grammy want give award to. So that's how I see Grammy. Anyways, I've also said that Grammy needs to separate dancehall from reggae because you can't be heaping the two in. Reggae music has done its just due to have its own room now, to have its own award now. And they're just not, the Grammys is just not giving us that, you know? Them still want to heap everybody in a one, and them a give award to Junior Gang at the same time. Them a give award to dancehall artists over here. So how do you compare a Junior Gang album to a Vybz Kartel dancehall album? And I see people yesterday saying Grammy dancehall music will never win a Grammy. And I'm like, y'all must have forgot about Shabba Ranks. You know what I'm saying? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. How you doing?
I'm there, man.
Talk to
me.
me.
Here, talk about the Grammy. You know what I mean? I'm feel the same like the way like how you feel. It's like, who is America to tell us about our country, award us? You know what I mean? It don't make no sense to me. First, on our faith, it involves our culture to a T where we feel comfortable so we can judge we. Some here to some man papa some talk show, I talk about say how much Grammy Cartel win and Sean Paul and Shaggy. Sean Paul and Shaggy a white man out. A white man them. White man understand them and so they get them Grammy and gold and diamond out there.
Yeah, you say it harsh, so me I go pretty it up for them. Me not gonna say Sean Paul and Shaggy a white man. Sean Paul definitely his aesthetics, his makeup is Hispanic. Even his name, he's Enriquez, is his last name, right? And his background. So he definitely passed as. If you notice, Sean Paul does big business in the Latin market. And that's because he looks like them. So they feel like they have somebody who is one of them. He's easy on the eyes for them. So them feel like them are listen to one of them. Shaggy, on the other hand, Shaggy look like a mixed race kid. Like his mother might be white and his father might be black and them kind of something there. He's not that. I'm just saying he looks that. So again, those things help them to go through certain levels. Then again, not only that, because we can't take out or disregard the fact that people like Shaggy and Sean Paul have done stellar business as well. They have never been involved in any mix-up. Their names don't call on anything. They are easily commercial. They're and a safe bet for anybody else who wants to invest in that direction where their music is going. So that add a lot to it as well. But the aesthetics, the makeup, the skin and the hair and thing, trust me, it plays a big part. It plays a big part. Just like how Shensia is edging out Spice right now. You know what I mean? Watch. Shensia is edging out Spice right now. And I said it years ago. I said Shensia will probably win a Grammy before Spice does. And when she does, when you can come talk to me. But she's going to edge Spice out for headlines on more big shows in the corporate arena than because of her look. And it don't have nothing to do with the artist. Like, we can't hold that against the artist. I saw him born looking. But in the grand scheme of things, we have to acknowledge that that plays a part as well.
Yeah, it's easier on the eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I look at certain thing, right? My wife's mother is in, and she have light skin like white people, right? And them treat her better than a black person. You know, because it's easier for them eyes, they more can relate to that thin light skin tone.
Yeah, in the music world, them say they are more marketable.
Yes.
They are more marketable.
You know what I mean? Right. Somebody can't fool me. If someone else come talk about, we know because Shaggy and Sean Paul, you want to go every place, everywhere in the world, Bridging, we play white people sing music. We know about who know Cartel. We know Cartel. Right. We a dancehall, and we decide say him we chose.
I want to show you something too. and not just we know Cartel. If you go over to the continent of Africa, right? Them have parts in Africa where Cartel face plaster the bus them were on the road, they face up on the wall, them have different organizations named Vybz Kartel Gang and Vybz Kartel this. You have imitation Vybz Kartel over there in different countries across the continent of Africa. And those are people who look more like how Kartel look in person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So obviously people relate to who look more like them. But that goes back to what the music executives are saying. They're saying that those light skin curly hair or straight hair or whatever, they are more marketable. And they say that because that's the market that they pitch to, and that's actually the market who spends money when it comes time to buy merchandise and ticket sales and all these other things, you know, and support the artists.
Let's say something about Mr. Mine, you know what I mean? About cut you. Look on Vegas and every other black reggae person will be known. They never get the same forward as Shaggy and Sean Paul can keep them, can sizzle. Look on some man sing about violence, some sing about violence. Look at name. So some different. If I have my name right now, I'm a break and a freeze. But so who have a different blackface reggae artists we have and dance artists we're gonna sing about violence, and they still not get the breakthrough. And the skin color. My father always said 2 races in the world. And we don't sweat Chinese and whatsoever, you know. But we got 2 races, black and white.
Yeah, so them sing good song to and stuff, but them not get the same forward.
Yes.
And I will tell you this: if Shaggy step in a certain arena, him not gonna get the same forward as Kartel. Just like how if Kartel step in a certain arena, most of the people them there not gonna get the same forward as Shaggy. It depends. They play to their different. I see Shaggy do a show. It was a New Year's Eve. Me not forget this. This was like 2 years ago. It was a New Year's Eve show, and Shaggy did this somewhere over around one part with him and Sting did a work together. And bro, when they panned the camera around, right? I don't know what venue this was, but they panned the camera around. And it was literally about 100,000 people in that. It looked like when you kick an ant's nest. And I was struggling to find one white person there. But when the camera went in close to them, they were singing Shaggy's songs word for word. And this wasn't an English-speaking country.
Yeah.
It wasn't. So again, them play to them different audience where, you know, them have them... them get them forward in a different style from different people.
But what channel? The Grammy. But just now, we don't want people respect for artists based on how America do, and we know where other nation in the world do.
Yeah.
And we decide, the people on ground and the diaspora, we decide say a Kartel music relate to and people love here and that we appreciate more, and so we call him the king because he owed the bounty and shabarangs in the case of work, unlike our way and influence. No, not because a person come before you mean say them better than you know.
No, let me ask you this, bro. Now, if I put this in a proper perspective, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think it's time that the Grammys show some respect though? But because Jamaicans have been calling to the Grammys for this for a long time. To show you how them don't respect with them, don't even listen to our suggestion. You understand? Exactly. And I find this very offensive. So don't you think it is time that the Grammy actually says, you know what? Dancehall music is definitely different from reggae music. Let's have 2 categories. Let's have a category where we give a Grammy for a dancehall artist and a best dancehall album of the year, and a category where we give for the best reggae album of the year. You know, think of time for that. Because here what? You see last night, you see anyhow they had that 2 categories, one for dancehall and one for reggae.
Yeah.
Keznamdi might have picked up his Grammy for reggae. I guarantee you Kartel would have picked up the Grammy for dancehall because nobody in a dancehall outdid him in any way. But the fact that we have to fight or literally compete, and it's turned into 2 different genres. It might not have started out that way, no, but it turned into 2 different genres. So it's time for respect the people them that created the genre when they are telling you that, listen, our genre is split. So if you're gonna give awards, you can't be awarding reggae, hip hop with dancehall in the same category.
Tell them a fee say because the Grammy thing. If you sometimes can't read the Jamaican government, nobody got to read them at all.
Yeah, them
Because
not turn
prime
the thing in like a treasure, and them not step forward and put enough oomph behind it. You know what I say? Unless it's time to benefit them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if the people don't care, if the people tomorrow, if the people, people must keep dancing and reggae alive. Like I know, so if them to stop it, the people are rebel with it or need it. You know what I mean? So they don't say, "No, shut it down yet." That's what I'm saying. These people on the out. But yeah, master. We can't respect the Jamaican government structure, all of them, because you see what happened. You see how hard artists work over the years. Why not can't create with one Grammy? You know what I mean? If you know what's
okay, let me answer that for you. Let me answer that for you. We have created our own. The Caribbean Music Awards is a prestigious event. And I'm glad that they created the Caribbean Music Awards. I think the Caribbean Music Awards is in its second, going on third year now. I was super, matter of fact, may I try go one of them area. I was super impressed. When I saw the Caribbean Music Awards last year, I see the red carpet walk. I actually came on here and said, we have to go fix up dancehall because me surprised. Is an artist named, when me say Iwater, might be a bit on the other way. The artist there, when me say Iwater, me say a couple of other the man them. When me see how the man them dress and how them look, and then when I heard them speak, I say, where the blood fire? Them man have intelligence. Them man here is they are eloquent with the English language. I was surprised because the image that is portrayed for dancehall is be a dance bat, the dancehall, and some ghetto man where big scar and face star, hey boy, me bust out head with gunshot. And when I saw them on the red carpet and me listen to how them speak, where you go? So you look so.
I was doing my video.
Thank you, babe. Oh, you know my throat dry.
Yes.
Oh, I have to carry some tea. Come give me. Yeah, but yeah, when I saw that, I said, yes, it's our time to shine, and we have created our own thing, which is the Caribbean Music Awards, right? We don't need Grammy, bro. But we don't need it to validate us. But the way the work, remember, it's a global thing we are deal with. So like somebody said in the comments earlier, when an artist gets a Grammy, it put them on a whole other level on an international stage. So we can't always say, keep them right there, so. Because we can't small up the thing. All our artists, them want to be international. All of them.
That's something, right?
Hold on, before you say that. Because I want to move the comment off of the screen, but I left it there for a reason. Dorothy T says, Shaggy is fiercely patriotic. And I will say, not only Shaggy, Sean Paul is fiercely patriotic as well. And big up to Sean Paul and big up to Food for the Poor. Because what Sean Paul did after Hurricane Melissa hit, Shaggy did a lot. Sean Paul up on the ground. And he is definitely one of them Jamaican that where him not talk much, him just move and execute. Yeah, and he was helping out a whole lot of people like place like Border, where me always a brag about and tell people, if you go to Jamaica, please leave at least one day in your schedule to travel to this place. It's the border between Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth. That food line there is crazy, blah, blah, blah. To see how Melissa devastate that piece of place there. And the first person who reached down there is Sean Paul. And Sean Paul said, this right here, so him say when me turn, you know when you turn the corner come into Border, right which part the stall them start, and your heart just start jump because you smell the food. You know what I say? Him say when him turn the corner, brother, and him not see nobody out there, not even the stall them stand up. It broke him heart, man. Him have to pull over, man. And me say, yo.
Relate to him feel.
Yeah, but not only that, him never just feel it. Him say we have to start build back from right, yasso.
Yeah.
Right, yasso. And the man throwing him own money, you know. Like millions and millions of dollars of him own money. And the way him talk to the people them, you know, he was like, listen, we're going to do this in an orderly fashion. We don't want no bag of knives or nothing. We see the work that need to be done. Let's get it done. Everybody on board? Everybody on board. Wait, name? Build back border. Him and Ching Ching, and they were like, this is our slogan for you, so build back border. It was like he rallied up the troops and went straight to work, bro. And him say, yo, no one, when the butt turn the corner there again, we see. And he even was so concerned about the people. Because most of the people out here that you see, not only their stall, which is their business, blow down. Them house blow down too. So we have to help them people here if they earn them money so them can continue with them life as well, right? So we have to start right here. So, and I was like, man, I'm so proud of him for that. So yeah, not just Shaggy is super patriotic. Sean Paul is super fiercely patriotic as well.
Also.
Yeah, very much so. Not for just when do at home either, but he's always represented Jamaica well on the international stage. That we can't take from him either.
Yeah. What I'm going to say about the Grammys is that we as a Caribbean, we have to, and it can't be biased. It should be a voting situation where we got some people with some integrity. You know, say, okay, we're going to deal with the music, forget whether we like the artist or not. And then we choose who we're going to give. Because it can be biased and Kartel winning. It can be a biased thing where some people don't like Kartel and it's still not winning and it gives somebody else. You know, but the Kartel work hard. That almost be a shame for the game. I would have known something rap people talk about. So but
it's not our entity. It's not our entity, so we will never have that kind of control in it. That's how we have to accept.
But he said we decide first, and then we make the American know say this is who we give the Grammy, and then to respect it. I respect it. When I call Kartel and I will say, "Oh, this is my man that win the Grammy, you know."
It's not gonna work, bro. That's not gonna work.
Yeah,
that's not gonna work. And the reason why that's not gonna work is because, for one, the music itself gone international. You don't notice people who are not Jamaican win Grammy already in a reggae. Best reggae album of the year went to Soulja, the group, the last time. Best reggae album of the year goes to a next youth from Hawaii, J Boog or whatever his name is. Best reggae album of the year. So in the Grammys' eyes, reggae is an international music, and the leader of it for this year, who has the best album, doesn't necessarily have to come from Jamaica. That is the reason why, like I said, it's not our thing. So they will never look to us to validate who they give it to, because we will always judge it by Jamaican standard. Anyhow, the reggae, anyhow, Grammy said Jamaica decide who gets it. I guarantee you, from now till kingdom come, not one foreigner would have get a Grammy out of that. It will always be a Jamaican, and that's what they don't want that. They don't want that.
The thing that if the foreigners them, we get some kind people to a level, you know. I would say if some people from Hispanic Latin country come up and show the culture respect, I'll do good music. He said, Jamaican vote for them too, you know. We're not really that biased.
No, bro, no. Not when it comes time to get no Grammy. There is no Jamaican who is going to vote for any foreign entity. Listen to me clear. No Jamaican is going to vote for a foreign entity to pick up a Grammy in our music. None of them. You will never have one in a dancehall, and you will never have one in a reggae music if it is up to Jamaica and Jamaicans. I don't care how good them sound from outside. We not give them it. Because the first thing we are going to look on and say after the man are Jamaican, a thief, them a thief, or we think, you know. Yeah. I remember Bob Marley did an interview, right? And the interviewer asked Bob Marley, him say, so what do you think about these foreign groups doing reggae? And Bob throw back him locks like this, and he was like, well, you know, them can, like him said, them can rehearse it and like them can imitate it and something, you know, but an imitation do it, you know. It's a feel. It's a feel. Yeah. He was trying to say it's an authentic feel to it that you have to come from it in order to understand the levels where but they have had time now to actually practice till it sounds perfect. Till when you hear some of them, you are like, which Jamaican band this? And to find out, oh, they're from Poland. You're like, what? Poland? Yeah, they're from Poland. So, why, long gone are the days when Bob Marley words were true in that aspect. You know what I say? Like, them can't do it like we do it.
Yeah.
Because them sure as hell have been doing it like we do it.
I'm going to stop a little bit. I'm going to stand to like that. But you know, why people hate Cartel more any other dancehall artist? Why is that? Why they hate him so much?
That come with the territory, you know, bro.
No, but look at being man, the king. I'm just people fight him out the king so as much as them are trying. It's like every vlogger, every comment, every lip, people is like a way to Cartel feel some way. Why they hate the man, sir? Why man don't get them one?
That comes with being at the top, man. That comes with being at the top. And I'm going to tell you this too. As much as him have a lot of people who hate him have a lot more will actually like him. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You use the hate of them for some fuel to the fire, but you have to realize that more people that they will actually like you and support you than those that hate you. What I'm hoping is this though. I don't talk about the Grammys yet, because I want to talk about Keznamdi specifically and Masicka as well. But I'll say this. There's a huge concert coming up called Reggaeland over in some part over Europe there.
Yeah.
Beenie Man is going to be performing there with Morgan Heritage because they're touring as a unit.
Sir.
Vybz Kartel about to headline that with Shensia, right?
Yeah.
Whole heap of big name upon this. I hope that this go around that Vybz Kartel put together girls to go dance, coordinated dance to him in girls song them. And I hope him put together an actual show. Because here what? Before you see when him just come up on the stage and him DJ and the crowd sing, that's cool. That's cool. It because him have a catalog and be a big song and thing.
Yeah.
But the people them are gonna want to see more after a while. Yeah. So them are gonna want to see the whole show. You know what I'm saying? Me not say him figure dance, you know. No. Yeah, big man in a dance, I not say him figure dance, but I'm saying his songs are so big that it's time for him to put on a whole show with the song. Cause with Shensia and them up there on the same stage. And not even Shensia I'm not concerned about. I'm concerned about Beenie Man. Beenie Man is going to show him up. Because one of the things they always talk about is Kartel can't perform nothing like Beenie Man on a stage. And let me tell you something, right? Beenie Man, I've seen Beenie Man perform multiple times on stage. Beenie Man is born to perform on a stage. So if you king of the dancehall, I go perform on them same stage that where Beenie Man them I go perform on, you better put it together properly. Cause you know want the world go look on you and say, damn, like you sound better on record. You should have just kept it there. Cause you know, who's this guy? This is Beenie Man. That's a real performer. And lock you off. So me hope the Kartel like put it together, not just him alone on the stage, kind of thing. Put some girl out there for some of the girls song them and them kind of something there. Just me little advice me I give.
If they talk for nobody, Kartel take talk for nobody, like I said.
Kartel take no talk for nobody.
Like TJ can tell them to your Kartel. Yo, what about do some from farmer? Kartel said, no, I don't want that, man.
No, I think him change. We think him change.
I hope so.
I think him change because an interview I watch where he said him keep these people around him and him say like the man you know drink or smoke or nothing like that. Like TJ will be the one to be like, come, a time for go in because by tomorrow we have this a go on, that a go on, you know, rehearsals and you have for this and that, and he listens and he goes and that make him business run smoothly and the money come in or it's supposed to come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not hearing any. Vybz Kartel showed up half an hour late to his performance. Vybz Kartel gave a lackluster performance and didn't engage the crowd. And people say him look tired. He like him party last night and got in bed later. And no say him have this event today. That's not the picture he's putting out because him have people around him where him I listen to and they are a part of the team. So I think him change one.
But kind of, you know, the Kartel smart and you know business are how they doing thing. But a man is like an island. Look at even you where you change up your thing based off advice by the people. So
you have to though.
You know what I mean?
You have to though. You don't have to run your whole business how somebody stuff you do it. But you have to learn how to take constructive criticism and sit with it. Put your pride aside. Nobody who's doing something like somebody tell them say that not look good enough. I don't think so that I go work and a foolishness that you do. So, but you have to can take constructive criticism though. You have to can sit with it and say, you know what? Yeah, and say, you know what? I think this makes sense, you know. I'm gonna go with this because it makes sense. And if you do that, then usually, you know, you end up growing Cause some
Yeah.
people really like what you do, and them can see where you can't see it from.
Yeah.
You
Because
know?
Mr. Vegas go up on stage one day, I him can't dance now. Some people kind of dance and kind of, you must push your energy, but people kind of dance and people get a full performance, a full you know what I mean? Entertainment, you know what I mean?
Yeah, why you see girl them a rub down Mr. Vegas, Mr. them girl all down in them pants, brother.
Yeah.
Mr. Vegas touch stripper. Yo, when I saw the video, I was like, oh, I mean called stripper, him touch stripper too. Yo, you want about no shirt and the girl them a rub him up and squeeze up
Yes.
nipple and feel up hood. And I said,
Yes,
go there,
man.
Mr. Vegas. I thought you might as well just tap cigar and just wind up yourself and the girl them
Yeah.
feel you up
I'm
and
done.
throw dollar off of your cars. And that's how you reach. But Mr.
Yeah.
Vegas is a good performer too now. You know what I say? He's a good
But
performer.
when we tell what people say, it's a Cartel, no, Cartel's not a dancer, but Cartel full amount, you know, set the people right up, you know what I mean? But me, when you talk and interact with the crowd verbally, you need people behind the face. I'll bring a different vibe, can have a distraction, the people 100% focus on you alone, you know what I mean?
Him need a show, man. Him need a show. Him need a show.
Yeah.
Him have the pyrotechnics and everything are going. Him need
Yeah.
some dancers on the stage. Him sang them. Cartel have a lot of songs that are dancing songs. Pack it up on the dumper truck and fever. All them songs, they are dancing song them there. Him need dancers on the stage to bring the full vibe with it. So, cause that's the world we're in now. The people them want to see more than you on the stage.
Yeah, maybe say you can talk online, or talk about say, yo, me a dance a fan now, or me have to talk the truth, you know. And then I feel like them talk like I say, man, you want, you know about topic, you get like, man, this Cartel, and I feel talk a Gaza fan, because you sound like I say, you smart, let's just say that, just to diss him, you sound like I say, even people I go, what you call it now, up a post to how I'm doing things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some people are tricks and things, like I say, me a Gaza fan, but me not like them too. You know what I mean?
See?
Yeah. Anyway, then I crowd background I go and listen. So
All right, brother.
When them calling back.
All right, manners.
Yeah, man. All right.
All right, look. Let me say this, right? About, them did I feel up Mr. Vegas on the video. Big up to Mr. Vegas sale here. Mr. Vegas touched stripper, y'all. When I saw the video, I was like, this look like a stripper video. But the girl never feel him up and he just did it. I'm not even barely a singer or nothing. But I've seen Mr. Vegas perform multiple times, and I've said this over the years. Mr. Vegas is one of the top performers. He might go lively up the place. He must set the place on fire when he reach on the stage. I, as a performer, would not want to go on the stage after him. A couple of people, me wouldn't want to go on stage pan after them done perform. I wouldn't want to go on the stage after Vybz Kartel perform because it's Vybz Kartel. Him gonna just win regardless, right? I wouldn't want to go on the stage after Beenie Man shell down a stage. I wouldn't want to go on the stage after Mr. Vega shell down the stage. I wouldn't want to go on a stage after when name there? Capleton. After Capleton burned down a stage, me would have just exit stage left and give the people them back their money if they actually put me on that same show. Have you ever seen Capleton perform? Capleton is going to be there too at the same concert, the regular concert I'm talking about. So when you have them heavyweight here, where come literally burn down the people them stage, you can't just go up there and just like, do your regular thing by yourself. Yeah, me now go on no stage after Buju Banton done perform. I saw Buju live when he first came out. Him Freedom concert. We fly into Jamaica for that. Me wouldn't go on no stage after him neither. A couple of them I wouldn't go on stage on. The artist named Anthony B. Me not go on no stage after Anthony B neither. Anthony B full of energy like what? All them man there. But watch this. So yeah, we're disappointed as fans of Kartel that he didn't get it because that was our prediction. We're also disappointed Leela didn't get it because that was also in our prediction. Masicka, dancehall artist Masicka, I'm sure the crux them out now. Because Masicka actually has credit on Keznamdi's Grammy winning album. Track number 12. If you go and look up Keznamdi Blood and Fire, and you go to track number 12, and you look at track number 12 is called Forever Grateful. That is Keznamdi and Masicka. Wicked piece of song. All right. Also, his name in the credits is Javon Masicka Ferron. That I'm full name. That means 100. 100. So he has that to his bragging rights now. I mean, don't want nobody come talk about after I know him win the Grammy, him only get credit on it. After I never Lady Saw win the Grammy. Let's talk. I never Lady Saw win the Grammy, which she get credit on people Grammy, right? Right. So we can big up some people when them do it and say, here she have Grammy in her name. Same thing for Masicka. He is on this Grammy. He's on this Grammy winning album. And I see a lot of people that say, we don't care about no Keznamdi. We no business about him. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. He is ours. And he won that for us. He won that for us, you know. Believe it or not, him win that for we. Because look, if Keznamdi never win that, and you know did hear them say, Grammy Album of the Year goes to some name from the Netherlands, y'all would have been mad as hell. The whole alone I talk about the Netherlands, after them are Jamaican, how them turn on Netherlands and win Grammy of the Year, for Album of the Year, for reggae music and a few sitting. So, big up to Keznamdi. By the way, Keznamdi is, the connection there is, and she is also all over the album. His sister is Chronic's wife. Keznamdi, who won the Grammy, his sister, are Chronic's wife. And their other sister is Jacure's daughter's mom, Jacure's wife, ex-wife. So a brother and sister them, and it's in the blood, and it come full circle, and it's still our thing, right? You didn't know him, that's okay. Go get to know him now. The album bad. When me tell us that the album bad, and I'm not saying it just now. That's why I played my video of my review before. From 2 months ago, when we reviewed the album, it says a bad piece of album is a collector's piece. You need to have it in your collection. I just didn't think that the Grammy crowd would have been ready for such a revolutionary album, because that's what it is. It named Blood and Fire. It really is Blood and Fire. Go listen to the album. Go stream his album, run up the numbers, and all of the above. All right? He collaborated with Chronix as well on the album. For next year, Vybz need to do a straight reggae album. Somebody said. What you say? Next year, Vybz Kartel need to do a straight reggae album. And you know, so that might win. That might win, and he might need to switch gears. I mean, Kartel already has switched gears in a big way. I know a lot of people don't like to hear this, right? Because you would have liked to think, say, Badman song and gun song have no place and it done, and them shouldn't do them no more. But I honestly just feel like that was a big part of Vybz Kartel's edginess. Not that he needed to do a gun song to be relevant, because he have a lot of hits that are not gun songs. However, for hold the ground, him gun song them always like, the gun song, Badman song them always like push the thing further to where, I don't know, and now that he doesn't do them anymore, him stop do them, him say him not do no more of them kind of song there. He recently announced that there's a new album coming out as well, which should be dropping shortly. So we are going to look out for that. And I hope him promote the hell out of the new album, because I don't think the last album got promoted a lot. He was running around everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. The videos were dropping for each song on the album, yes, but I don't think the album itself did not get the promotion where it did need. And again, that's just me sitting outside of people's business looking in, you know. Mavado too. Yes, Mavado got credit too. Mavado is on this album too. something about light up the spliff or something like that. It's a ganja song. Cause I saw the video. So Mavado is on there too. Big up to Mavado too. Kartel upcoming album will next year. Grammy, wait and see. Why when I know it look like the Grammy can be anything for anybody still. So one more time again. Big up to Masicka because him get a taste of the Grammy. He is credited fully on there. I was looking at the credits. Right, people? I was looking at the credits. So some of y'all are talking about the collaboration. Me never see the credits. Like I didn't see David Brooks, which is Mavado's name, on the credit sheet. But I did see Javon Masicka Ferron on there. So yes, him and Mavado did do song but me never say maybe I missed it, but I was looking at the credit sheet and I didn't see that. And Keznamdi thing have every person who play an instrument get them instrumental credit pan there, who play violin, who play guitar, who sing backup, all this, the names of every individual is on there. So, and I did not see a David Brooks, and I did not see, maybe Chronic's name did that on there, I never miss it. I miss it. Sheffield Marshall, I think Chronic's real name is. But Chronic's wife, her name was all over it. But that is also Keznamdi's sister. See? So Chronic's brother-in-law. Kartel music is not that memorable. Ain't no one going to say that was a memorable art. Oh man, you wake up early in the morning and choose violence. Kartel's music is not that memorable, fam. We're not going to argue like that this morning. I'm sorry. We have other things we can talk about. We have 15 minutes before the attorneys get here. I'm going to share the link to get on screen with us, and we will be joined shortly. I'm going to pin the link for anybody else who might want to use the link before the attorneys get here. Let me paste it right there. So let me go over here so and find it and save it. I got an operator of 2 screens. Oh, wait there. Oh, I didn't share it yet. Okay, boom. So that's the link to get into the chat. Not to get into the chat. That's the link to be on screen. All right. I'm going to share it. It's pinned. It's pinned at the top of the chat. I'm going to share it one more time in the chat and make it just float around. And that's for anybody who wants to join us on screen. I'm also leaving it there for the 2 attorneys to use it to join us on screen since they're scheduled to be here at 10. All right. So like I told y'all before, we're going to have 2 attorneys joining us. These 2 attorneys are seasoned in their field. They're going to be talking to us about answering questions about, let me say who they are again, because we have more people here now. Mr. Anthony Marlon Bennett. Mr. Anthony Marlon Bennett is a graduate of Nova Southeastern University. He's a Broad College of Law in Davie. I think she meant to put Broward College of Law in Davie. Davie are the place where me telling us that the people them did rush me and tell me about go home, nigger. I may never go back for the job up there with Publix up in them place there. It's also listed as the home of the KKK. Like that's where they started, the birthplace of. It has changed over the years, but that's that. Anyways, he is of that Southeastern University and Broad of Law in Davie, Florida. He's a member of in good standing with the Florida Bar, and he has been in practice for over 13 years. So he has a lot of expertise under his belt. His main practice areas include immigration, landlord/tenant, and estate planning. I'm going to tell you all something like this. Anytime we provide things for the audience, you see, you know what I notice with my people? I don't know if I want to pride or what, but You don't utilize the things that are provided to you. And then later on, now me hear you ask some questions like, SouFlo, tell me about the, like you would have said, tell me about the immigration something. Like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not an immigration attorney, but when I brought an immigration attorney to you, you never have no question for the immigration attorney. No want to have question so that we can learn too. His field of expertise, landlord tenant, estate planning, and immigration. Someone in here, you're planning your estate, you might be off, you might know something where you don't really know. Ask a question. You never know, right? Some of you in here are landlords. You right now, may I try to something like that and it scared the hell out of me, but we'll get to that another day. Someone in here are landlords and your tenant, them a beat you bad right now. You try to figure out how to get this tenant out of your place, or you're trying to keep up with what's happening and do it legally. This is field of expertise. You know what I'm saying? Use what is provided to you, man. And then, of course, you have Charlotte Edwards. She appears in green in this room as Charlotte's Law. Attorney Charlotte Edwards obtained her law degree from Rutgers University in Newark, New Jersey, where her focus was on entertainment law, particularly copyright and music, as well as immigration. Charlotte was sworn into the Florida bar in 2012, and she launched her own firm shortly thereafter. She has been a licensed Florida attorney for close to 14 years now, and she continues to serve clients in Florida and throughout the United States. Today, trending topic will be talking about ICE, the people them where drug people in the streets with the ICE pandemic uniform. Yeah. They'll also be talking to you about how to proceed if you are approached by ICE. They're also going to be talking to us about the 75 country ban. They're also going to be talking to you about the implications for you as a petitioner for a family member. You know, we come from the immigrant community. Some of we here still filing for somebody else to come into the US, whether it's your spouse or a mother or a child or etc. Available immigration opportunities as well, and what immigration options can you still take advantage of. All right, use up the platform when they get here. They will not be here for long. They're going to be here for about 20 to 30 minutes. All right. Somebody was trying to come in the chat, but your device is not connected, it says. Sitya by Kartel is one of his biggest songs ever. Notice I said one of its name when, no, that's a memorable song for all the wicked girl them. Me heart you want rip out. That song there, Sitya. Sitya. Yeah, that song the big man. But I don't know what somebody I thought about Kartel music is not memorable. You just trying to pick a fight. You just try to pick a fight. I think Vybz Kartel's album that did deserve a Grammy more than anything else was when he first come out of prison. Alright, my mother type one long something come give me just now. I don't know why I opened my phone. I'll get back to mommy in a minute. So Vybz Kartel's song, and that's another thing. Vybz Kartel's Grammy nominated album. So this is his second time being nominated for the Grammy. The last album name is Heart and Soul. So all the song them that you were hearing leading up to the Grammy was from Heart and Soul. And he was putting a video to each song. All right. We have 10 minutes to go. The other topic we want to get in now, we have to go make that wait. You know what? I will use that 10 minutes to do this right here. Sita. So a brother said, you know, let me say something to us first of all. To us. You're never going to be loved by the other side. No matter how hard you're out here cooning. Okay, if you don't know what cooning is, go ask somebody. You are never going to be loved for your cooning. They're never going to love you more than they love and respect the people who you come from. This brother have a platform. I don't want to call them no name because I don't want to highlight nobody. But you have a thing that go on with the platform. And he put up, the Grammys last night, people were posting stuff like Black Excellence. And if you see a black man put up, why do we say Black Excellence? Like, is there white excellence? Why can't we just celebrate excellence? Why put this racial thing in it? I type a good paragraph for that brother, but then me erase the paragraph because I just feel like it's something I needed to say on my platform and not say it on to him, because I could tell it's, when you can tell somebody say your words not gonna reach them, they're gonna have a rebuttal. They're not gonna want to hear nothing way off to say. But for anybody out here who is thinking, why we gotta say Black excellence? Why we can't just say excellence? Let me explain something to you, right? Because you might have missed the bus here. For hundreds of years in these lands, we were not allowed to be excellent. We were not allowed to even try to be excellent. So them used to kill me one time for trying to learn to read. Did you know that? They used to literally kill me for trying to learn to read. And that's where the phrase comes from, where they say, if you want to get something by them, put it in a book. Because we were that fearful of books. Hell, who wants to touch a book when it means that could be your life? You know what I'm saying? And they used to harm the people who they found trying to teach us to read. So for hundreds of years in these lands, we were not allowed to even try to be excellent. So how can you now sit here and say, why do we say Black excellence? Is there white excellence? Like, white people don't need nobody to tell them say they're excellent or they could be excellent. They've had hundreds of years of head start at getting to excellence. Their excellence is celebrated everywhere, including you with your cooning self. You celebrate your excellence more than you celebrate yourself. When it's time for you to celebrate your excellence, now you don't want to call it nothing else. You want it to be attributed to everybody else. It's okay, man. It's okay to say Black excellence. When my daughters do stuff, I be like, Black girl magic. That's Black girl magic right there. That's beautiful. That's Black girl magic. Because I want my daughter to grow up feeling and knowing. You know what I'm saying? Black girl is magic. The world is not going to be telling her that. The world are going to tell her, say, your hair don't look all right like that. You need to perm it. You look like you might be problems. The world is going to tell her that your skin, it could be, if it was a little bit lighter, then you would be more prettier. I know what my daughter going out here to encounter in the world. So I have to start work on she from now, just like how my sons them, same way. So when you say Black excellence, what's wrong with that? And why would a Black person find fault with that? So many of us, boy, we have our top shoes on like 24/7, just pickety. We just a dance for massa, just pickety pop pop, tickety pop pop. See, you know them, we used to paint up them face back in the day and have on the little top hat and the little suit. And I swing cane upon them finger and them just a pop, and that's all them do is tap dance all day, right? Tap dance all day. Some of y'all ain't tired? You're not rotted, tired of friggin' tap. Go sit down, man. It's time for you to sit down and catch your breath. Y'all just happy, just tap dancing your whole damn life. If it's to benefit us, and me see you even ask a question, you already told me everything I need to know about you. Move from side of me. You already told me everything we need to say about you, or I need to know about you. That's why I didn't even say nothing. Me sit down, and eloquently typed, proper context, everything, and then me just erase every single word cause your question alone told me, man. Your question alone told me, Black people, them always want we celebrate everybody else's greatness. And then when it's time to celebrate ours, we must have a problem with it and we must question it and we must, if you're one of those, don't come over yourself. Cause I'm so much not. But the vibes alone when you're like that just irritate the hell out of me. And this is not me telling you to not celebrate others, because we celebrate everybody. We're humans. And we not deal with the racism something, right? Everybody have excellence. But considering our history and how long we were prevented from being, even trying to be excellent, when you hear we ball out black excellence is a huge achievement. It's looking at something that everybody else had hundreds of years of start ahead of us, and we still get there. That's what it is. That's what it is. You know? What you say? We sick. Yeah, man, we sick, bro. We sick. Some of the people them sick. Some of the people them sick. The same mentality they have when they like them don't support each other, but them run go support other people and all that. They will cry, literally cry for other people. Oh my God, look at the little girl. Oh man. You know, Mr. Black people do that. When them take with the little 5-year-old Spanish boy when ICE take him away the other day, and they're like, oh my God, they grabbed a child. This is wickedness. This must stop. Black people, me see, you know? When me see what happened to little black children, I see them, see them one, don't have a word to say. I said, why y'all always crying for other people so hard? And you won't even cry for your own. You know? I see white teenagers get in trouble, I see black people are crying. Like, he's just a kid. I mean, he's only 17 years old. You know, give him a chance. But when it's a 17-year-old us, it's a problem. Add to the stage. I'm adding one of the attorneys I told you would be joining us this morning to the stage. This is Mr. Marlon Bennett. Good morning. Mr. Bennett, can you hear us?
Good morning, sir. Good morning. How you doing this morning?
I'm great. How are you doing this morning?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
I'm pretty well. Thank you very much. Oh.
There's a delay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna find a way to work around the delay. Let's see if we can. So welcome to the platform. I spoke to the audience right before you came on about who you are, your background in law, your field of expertise, and was preparing them for you to show up. All right, we're looking forward to seeing Charla meet us here as well. I don't know if you want to start without her or if you want to wait until she gets here. Not expecting you to be on for too long. I was already told. Here, Charla, right here. Add to the stage.
Whoa.
Let's see if Charla is not. Good morning. Charla, your sound is off. Let's see if she can get her sound going. Can you hear me, Charla? Okay, but we can't hear you. Still can't hear you. No sound. Mr. Bennett, can you say something? Let me see if we can hear you.
Good morning again. Thank you for having me, and thank you for having us on your program.
Loud and clear. Okay. Charlotte is talking, but we can't hear her. It's a pleasure having you here. I told the audience that you won't be long. We're looking for about 20 minutes or so, 20, 30 minutes or so. And that should be about it.
Okay.
Raddy's daughter said Charlotte would need to log out and log back in. I think she's doing just that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sure.
we'll okay, so not to take up too much of your time. I guess you want to wait until she gets here.
She should be back in a couple of minutes, but if you want to ask a question while we're waiting, that's fine also.
Okay, so from what I read, okay, so Charlotte's back. Let's see if we can hear her this time. Charlotte, can you hear us? Okay, so she can hear us, but we can't hear her. Yeah. So it's her sound, her mic. I think your mic is muted. Yeah, unmute your mic. Yeah, it's not muted on my end.
Yeah.
Let me mute and unmute just to make sure it's not on my end.
There you go.
It says I cannot unmute Charlotte's mic because her mic is not connected. So I saw that your expertise is in the area of immigration, landlord, tenant, and estate planning.
It is, yes.
Okay, so for the people who are here, what can you tell us about how to proceed if we are approached by ICE?
I know that's been a great contention over the last year or so. It really hasn't changed much from regular criminal procedures. If you're stopped, usually what happens is, for instance, if you're in a moving vehicle, they first have to have a reason to pull you over. Okay. So, for instance, you made a wrong turn, you have a broken tail light, you have registration, that sticker that's not showing that it's expired. Those are all legitimate reasons to pull you over. So they first have to it's called a pretextual stop. So they have to have a pretext in order to stop you. It's a legitimate stop, but it's a pretext to what they really want to do, which is to find out whether your status. So when you're pulled over, in essence, follow the same rules. Keep your hands so where they can see them. Remain calm and just ask, okay, why you pull me over? If they haven't told you already, and then you present them with your documents when they ask for it, and that should be it. I know it's a custom for them to start asking questions. Where you going? Where you coming from? As long as it has nothing to do with the stop itself, you're not obligated to tell them that at all. Okay. It's an obligation. Just if you keep it to the reason for the stop, then you should be fine. Don't give them more ammunition than they need. Need in order to pull you over. Let's say, for instance, that they do have you start talking to them, and you in essence give them ammunition. From what I've been noticing is that the main reason they pull you over is to see how well you can articulate the English language. So if you're you can speak English well, there shouldn't be an issue per se,
Right.
because they have no reason to say, okay, you're not an American citizen, you're not legally here. So, however, if you have an accent and it may throw them off a little bit, then they'll start pursuing that in order to see whether they can get more information from you, and that's when they start asking for other documents. So you don't want to give them a reason to ask for more documents, essentially. Okay, but just be calm, don't run, and be straightforward with them and answer their questions pertaining to the reason for the stop. And they need to have probable cause in order for the stop also. So just as long as you can get those information, that's fine. However, I'm sorry, you have a question?
No, I was gonna say, so they're able to do what the regular police does.
From in Florida here, I know that they are.
Morning, it's Charla.
She's here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Bennett, but Charlotte's on the line as well.
Absolutely.
You joined us. Charlotte, we couldn't get your mic started. Well, thank you for joining us this way.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I was just talking about what happens when you're pulled over by the police. They need a pretext. They need a pretext in order to stop you, it's a legitimate stop, basically. Okay.
Right.
Don't give them more information they need. And if you feel at any point that it is going sideways, first thing you do is start invoking your rights. You have a right to not be seized unlawfully. You have a right to remain silent. But in order to exercise that right to remain silent, you don't just keep your mouth shut. You have to tell them, I'm exercising my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Okay. You have to say that. And I will suggest that before you say that is, I need an attorney. I want to contact my attorney. I don't feel like I want to be questioned anymore without an attorney present. So you essentially letting them know that these are the rights I'm invoking, and that should slow them down a little bit. Will they stop? If they have in mind that they want to do something, don't resist. Most important thing is don't resist. Go along. Be quiet. Don't give them any more information, and also make sure you request your attorney.
Okay. So got it. You can't say, you said don't just clam up and not speak. Actually verbalize that you are exercising your Fifth Amendment right to stay silent, and that you need an attorney present.
That is correct. Yes, correct.
Add Charlotte to the screen. Here we are. Good morning, Charlotte.
I'm back again.
All right. It'll work this way. How are you doing this morning?
Good. Quick shout out to I wouldn't be true to the chat if I didn't say hello to some people like Audrey, Missy Bram, S Diva, Nance, Banches, Mervin, Headboy. Hi everyone.
Morning. So I already went over the bio at twice. Did right at the beginning this morning and right before Mr. Bennett joined us online. So the people who are here are aware of who you are and the purpose of this morning. So the floor is yours.
Okay. Yeah. So I would second what Marlon said. What we find is critical right now is that people understand that they don't have to speak, right? You have the right to remain silent in essence, right?
Right.
And that is to protect yourself so that one, you don't self-incriminate, and two, that you don't provide too much information, right? But we also think it's important to have a plan, right? Yeah. So things that Marlon and I discussed, we thought that it was important that you have contact information for an attorney, because when they take you, if they take you, you don't know where you're going to end up, right? Yep. And so if you are in a position where your family doesn't know where you are, you yourself might not be aware initially where you are, you want to be able to contact an attorney and be able to advise them of your situation, what has happened, and then they would be able to assist you from there.
Got it. That's pretty clear. Somebody was asking, what if you said to them that you are invoking your Fifth Amendment right, you want to stay silent, and you need your attorney? What if they still become aggressive and keep going? But I think you already answered that by saying you don't resist.
Right.
Right?
Correct.
Right.
You don't resist. Just go with them to wherever they're taking you. That's, as Charlotte just said, you might not know where they're taking you, but there are apps on you that out there that shows your location. So if you're connected to your family, they'll know, okay, this is where I am.
Right. All right. That was the how to proceed if we're approached by ICE, which, and that's happening right now. There's no specific, they don't know who they're approaching. So it could be any one of us. It could be any one of us.
It could be me.
And my guess is it's going to be more of us than ever before now, especially with the Haitian community about to lose their TPS. Now everybody looks Haitian in their eyes, right? So they're going to be pulling more of us over to see if we are from that community, and having a little bit of accent, like you said earlier, might trigger them to want to dig deeper. So it's important that we know these things. Now, on the 75 country ban, where do we fit in there, and what must we know about that?
So the 75 country ban, right, was initiated because they believe it's protecting them from fraud. So in terms of countries that they suspect that you take advantage of different local benefits, which I think is misguided, because we do know that most times immigrants are aware that if they take benefits, it can be a strike against them. Right. So that being said, that is why those countries are on that ban. And basically right now, we don't even know if it will go further. So in other words, take advantage of whatever is available now, because we don't know when additional measures will be taken to have additional restrictions in place.
Okay.
But with that ban in place, basically any type of processing, any type of non-immigrant, right? So you still can get a visitor visa, for instance, or a student visa, but any type of immigrant visa that has to go through the local, what we call the National Visa Center, or NVC processing, that is what is paused. And Marlon can talk more about that, right, in terms of what you should do.
Okay. The floor is yours.
Okay.
That's the Marlon.
As Charlotte was saying, anything that goes through the MVC is going to be the real conundrum. Thing is, you should keep, if you have right now in place a I-130 that's going through the process. Don't just sit back and say, okay, it's banned. I'm not going to do anything. They're still going to go through the paper process. That's fine. They're just not going to go through the issuing of any visas. So if your case is already going through the NVC, and your information is already at your local embassies, just go ahead and make sure that you provide everything that you need to provide.
Okay.
Because, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, I'm just
Go ahead.
Make sure you keep providing anything that's needed to be provided, because if you stop at any point, they'll presume that you have abandoned your immigration application form. So you don't want that at all. It's just that they're not going to, in essence, you're still in line, but they're just not going to give you a visa to come to the U.S. As yet. So if you are considering like an H-1B visa or a transfer visa from overseas, those are the ones that are not going to be issued. Okay. Priority workers visas, those are also not going to, or professionally skilled workers, those are the ones that are not going to be issued right now because those can be easily converted, or there's a pathway to get an immigrant visa. Okay, so
okay.
Everyone else, feel free to continue the process.
Got it. I laid out a guideline here, which I'm using, and I think it's going pretty well. So, implications for you as a petitioner for a family member. Could you expound upon that for us?
Sure. If you are petitioning for your family member and it's already in the process, keep going. Make sure you see all the way through the end. If you want to file for your petition now, that's also fine. They're not stopping the paper process, essentially. They're just stopping the visa process. So do not wait for a better day in order to file your documents, because a better day could take 4 years. And if they decide to release the band in a year and a half, well, you've just wasted a year and a half where it could be that your family member could be coming up in a month or so. So don't wait. Keep filing the documents. It's just that you have to wait for the visa.
Got it. Understood. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's it. Because I would have thought vacate the thing, because it sounded like, but we're on the outside. It sounded to me like it was, that's it. Like, don't do anything from this point forward. So it's good that you clarify that for us. So anybody who is here and in that position, they know to keep going with it,
right,
and not just vacate it. Could you talk to us about some available immigration opportunities, either of you?
Right. So first, before we go into that, I wanted to say people who have their green card and they don't have their citizenship as yet, I urge you to get your citizenship as soon as you can. You do not have the protections that you would have with your citizenship that you have with a green card. And you're given the green card at their will, right? And so even though we see that they're flouting a lot of laws and certain protections under the Constitution, you still want to make sure that you have the greatest protection available to you. So if you are a green card holder, please, and you are able to, or eligible to, please go and get your citizenship, okay? As far as what is available to you, as similarly to what Marlon just said, you still are able to file petitions, and especially those that are not being processed through the National Visa Center. All of those are still available to you. And I would urge you, if you have been thinking about those type of petitions, do not hesitate, because again, we do not know if there are going to be additional actions to limit or restrict those type of visas.
Got it.
I'd like to add one more thing.
Possible? Please do.
As Charlotte was saying, that it's your green card is not is a temporary permission, and that's why you have to keep renewing it after a certain period of time. Right. One thing you should also understand is, if you leave the country and you're coming back, at the border, which is the airports, they can always turn you around and say, "We're not." Again, it depends on the immigration officer. They can refuse your entry. They don't have to let you back in, and then you'd have to go back to where you were and then come back again. It sounds crazy, but according to the law, they can refuse you entry for any reason or no reason at all. So, although it is a slight protection, it's not absolute. Your citizenship is the only thing that they cannot refuse a citizen from entering their country. So if you have a citizenship, they have to let you in. Okay, so I just want to reiterate that fact.
Okay. There are a couple of questions here that people have on the screen. If you don't mind me asking some of them.
Absolutely.
Quickly. Okay, so I see one person asking, what if my green card is expired and I've been in trouble with the law before? What if my green card is expired and I've been in trouble with the law before and it's time to renew it, I guess? And I've been in trouble with the law before, one which the person took a plea bargain. In a case which the person took a plea bargain.
And it's all subjective, right? Because every single case and every single client is different. I have had a client last year, he got a citizenship, similar circumstance to this. So it depends on the timeline,
right, when
the incident occurred, and also the details about the crime. What type of crime was it? So something like that, we need additional information to determine if they would be able to file for the citizenship.
Okay. Oh, that person heard that.
Yes.
There are a couple more here. There's another one here. What if a person is... What advice do you have for someone who was deported and now a family member wants to file a 212? I don't know what that is. You would know if there's such thing. Do you know what a 212 is? The person probably doesn't.
Okay, that's basically they're trying to file a waiver of inadmissibility. It all depends on the circumstances. Again, you have to see an attorney to really dig into all those things and what the possibilities are for you. Yeah, and you have to remember that if you're here for under 1 year and without authority to stay, that's automatic 3-year ban. Automatic.
Could you say that again? You're here for
less than a year, for more than 180 days, that's an automatic 3-year ban. Okay, if it's over, if you're here without authority to stay for more than a year, that's automatic 10-year ban. Okay, you cannot enter the country again for 10 years or 3 years. Okay.
Okay.
So you'd have to overcome those. And those are usually not that easy to overcome. So you'd have to find someone to really dig into all the facts and circumstances around why you're seeking a waiver, and then go from there.
Okay. One more right here. It says, what if you travel, but your U.S. passport expires while you're traveling? Can you come back?
You have a U.S. passport?
That's what the person is. I'm assuming that's what they have.
Just renew your passport and have it sent to you where you are.
Before travel, I mean, if my passport is short timing, I wouldn't travel until I renewed it, knowing that I'm planning on being away for like 3 weeks in Jamaica. I wouldn't go out with a passport that's about to expire in a week. Well,
the thing is, usually speaking, they wouldn't let you into the country unless you have like a 6 month on the passport, anyways. But if you have more than 6 months and you're out for a longer period of time, just go to the American embassy wherever you are and have it renewed, and that should resolve your problem.
Okay.
Right. So, right. Just on a personal note, my nephew, he qualified for the Junior Olympics, and that was his situation. His passport expired in 4 months, and he was bawling because he couldn't go. So yes, it's real.
And there was nothing y'all could do for him?
No, they wouldn't be able to process it in time. So yeah, he missed out.
Okay. What happens if a child ages out due to these delays? Interesting.
Okay. Usually what happens is once the applications are filed, it should automatically freeze their age according to when it was filed. Okay, so if you're under 21, it should, normally speaking, it would freeze your age at that point. So you wouldn't quote unquote age out in order to give them true opportunity to process, because they know that there's processing delays. So your age would freeze. But if you're already at the point of being over age at the time when it's you apply, that's it. You're already too late. So the
Okay.
sooner the better. Always the sooner the better.
Now, Mervin is here saying talk about CSPA. I have no idea what that is. Do you, Charlotte? You know what CSPA is?
No.
Mervin, call us now. All right, we can call us, but tell us what it is. What is this CSPA? We don't have much time left. We have about 5 minutes, 4 minutes left. So if you have a question, are you saying just a lawyer saved in your phone just in case? I think he said keep a lawyer contact.
Yeah.
I think CSPA refers to what Marlon was just talking about. Correct? Ask Mervin.
Mervin typing slow.
I think he answered the question.
Okay, he did. It's right here. He said protection for children who are under 21.
Okay.
That's what CSPA is. Protection for children under 21. He said correct.
Yeah.
Right. I think he just answered the question, right, Marvin?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said correct. Oh, when he said when Marlon said that they normally freeze it where the. Okay, got it. All right. Can they deport? One more question. Can they deport if you got your citizenship, but you didn't file your taxes? Because that's what I've heard.
I don't even think you'd get to the point of getting your citizenship because there are certain things they look for to file your citizenship. Have you paid child support? They look for crimes, and certain particular crimes. And they also look that you pay your taxes, right? So if you're not supporting your children, if you don't pay your taxes, and if you have certain crimes of what they call moral turpitude. Okay. So those are the three things that would restrict you from getting your citizenship.
Okay, and somebody is asking if Jamaica is on the ban of the 75 countries, which it is, right?
It is.
It is. Yes, it is. Diane Wilson, it is.
It's not there is also a visa bond. So for visitors from, I believe, 3 Caribbean countries, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts, and there's a third. So those countries you would either have to pay 5, 10, or 15,000, and you would have to go to one of 9 airports, regional airports. So you couldn't go to maybe like a small town airport. It would have to be like a Chicago O'Hare, those big airports, Dallas, Fort Worth, LAX, things like that. So there are 9 of them. You have to go through those airports and you have to provide a bond. But we're not there. We're not on that list right now.
So we're just completely stopped or paused.
Well, that bond is for visiting. So so for persons from that country. But the 75 country is just that they're pausing the issuance of visas.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. Any more questions? I have a grant. Nobody has a question. I would have used up all my questions for landlord, tenant. And, as a matter of fact, I do have one. So I'm trying to do purchase this piece of property to use as a investment property, right? And I spoke to the realtor, and the realtor goes, well, you have to pay this much down. I'll give you an example. The realtor said, the down payment would be about 25,000. I said, okay. And then she said, what are you going to do with the property? Because you already have another property, which is your main home. And I said, well, this is obviously going to be an investment property. And she goes, well, your down payment is going to go up significantly. And I thought, why would your down payment go up? Like, is there anything you can tell me about that? Why would the down payment change?
Right, because with when you are making a personal property, you have, for instance, a first-time home buyer loan, where you could technically put down 3%, as low as 3%. And for you as a veteran, I think they do have loans that are 0 down, right? So if you're using it, and that's for your primary residence. Right. Whereas if it's for an investment purposes and it's not for you to reside in, then that's where they would require you to have more down. So that's a loan provision. They would want you to have more of a deposit. So
the property I was going to purchase, it would have been traditional through a traditional process. So it wouldn't have been anything VA. It would have been through traditional. And she gave me a specific number that would have been the down payment to acquire the property. And I said I had that. But then she goes, but what are you going to do with it? And I said, it's going to be an investment property. And she goes, well, that down payment number is going to change.
Right.
Right.
Because of the use. So the loans are restricted. So the loans have different restrictions. And for instance, but there are benefits. So for instance, if you're an investor and you have a property that is already income producing, say you're buying it and it has tenants in there, there are some loans where you are allowed to, you don't have to show income. You can use the income, yes, from the loan, from the tenants that you will acquire as part of your income for purchasing the home.
I should have went to that class that I should have went to that class that y'all had. I didn't know anything like that existed.
Oh, wow. I mean, I'm not a loan officer, let me clear it up, but I'm just familiar because I just had a client purchase a property like that.
Right. Okay. There aren't any more questions on the board. We've gone past 30 minutes. If there's anything you have to say to us and finish in finalizing.
Yes, I would want to say that when you come to an attorney, there's no judgment. So it's a judgment-free zone. So feel free to just have a open conversation, right? Because the more information you provide us, the better we're able to advocate for you. And what I find is that a lot of times we are kind of on the defense because we're not given a lot of information at the initial stage of contact with the client, and we find information out later on, and that makes it harder for us to better advocate for you. So just feel free to know that whatever you say to your attorney is confidential, and we're not judging you. We just want to help you. Okay.
Awesome.
And as far as the immigration end, have a plan, right? Whatever your circumstance is, have a plan. Okay.
Okay. Mervin is asking, when is your second round? Will you all be doing another round of the seminar? Remember the seminar that you recently was a part of?
October.
Right.
Probably later in the year.
Okay. You got it, Mervin?
But I'll definitely let you know.
Please do. Please let us know.
Okay.
All right. Charlotte and Marlon, we appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much for sharing with us from an expert point of view.
Anytime, of course.
All right.
Yes, thank you for having us. Appreciate your time. Yeah, definitely.
And thank you for what you do, SouFLo, always trying to provide and give information to the masses. So very important, your job and what you do.
All right,
Indeed.
appreciate that, and appreciate you too for helping and being a part of that.
And thanks to all the listeners and participants for your questions. And feel free to contact us, and we'll try to help you as best as we can.
All right. All righty, audience. Somebody is at the end saying, please talk about estate planning. they're see, they're at the end of it all. Please talk about estate planning. Like, please contact. We'll have Marlon's information and Charlotte's information for all of you who are here, and you can contact them and take it from there. I think it'll be a fee charge then. I don't know. Or free consultation. I don't know any attorneys who just give up free time just to explain everything to you. Every attorney I've ever dealt with, there was almost always a fee for consultation. But these are two attorneys who we'll keep in our pockets right here. All right. All right. And again, we appreciate you greatly. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, audience. You know, when you're dealing with, I'm like this, right? Let me tell you something. I'm like this. You see, if I go to the doctor, it don't have nothing to do with racism. It just have to do with me being comfortable with who is like me. So if I go to the doctor, right, and the doctor is not like me or my kind or my people, I always feel like there's something gonna go wrong or them gonna do me something or something. It's the same way if I go to a dentist. It's the same way if I go to do any kind of legal work. I always find that my kind always educates me more and helps me better for less. You understand? So I thought that was super important to have Charlotte. Charlotte's name is in green. Charlotte, and I've been telling y'all, I was like, Charlotte is an attorney. I don't think people caught on to that. She's an actual practicing attorney. But when you see her in here and she's fooling around with everybody else, that's her on the other side of who she is. But that is her in her professional setting right there, right? So we'll have both of them, their contact number for both of them, for both Charlotte and for Marlon, Mr. Bennett. For those of you who need it, reach out if you need it. SouFLo, me know you know a good immigration attorney. I get a lot of those, and I didn't know a good one before. Me know a good one now. So you can reach out to SouFLo. You still have Charlotte number. You still have Mr. Bennett number. I can say yes now. All right? All right. Do they only practice in Florida? Well, it says that Charlotte continues to serve clients in Florida and throughout the United States of America. It says, and for Mr. Bennett, I don't know where he practiced besides Florida. I know doing, okay, like for instance, doing OT, if you work in the occupational therapy field, I'm licensed in Texas and I'm licensed in New York, even though I never traveled to New York because the snow and all them thing there. And I love Texas because it's just everything is bigger and better in Texas, including the paychecks. But I can go to any part of Texas. Now, if I want to practice in another state, whatever other state that is, I have to get licensed for that other state. They have an exam that you take and you pay your fees, and then you get licensed in that other state. So I don't know if it works the same in law, and I don't know how many other states he is licensed in. That's something you would have to ask them, or could have asked while they were here on screen. Do you practice in my state? Right? Maybe you could post their info in the chat. I will. I absolutely will. I don't have their information on hand right here to post in the chat, but say tomorrow morning, or if Charlotte is still watching and could shoot me over their information right now, I would post it in the chat and pin it right now. Yeah, and that too, you're the finest. We won't always understand we better. Because you know we are special kind of people and we communicate a certain kind of way. You ever go to an attorney and you feel like the attorney will work against you? That's how I feel. I'll give you a good example. Even a dentist. Me and Shakira, we traveling one time, right? And she broke a corner tooth. And the corner tooth had to be repaired. And we went to the closest dentist that was there. It was a Hispanic dentist. And I could tell right away from we walk in that this person just don't like my kind of people. So the first thing the man do is jack up the price as to how much it would cost to repair her broken tooth, right? Or the man give us some crazy amount of number, made me look at him like this. So what we did was we took a trip because we were way out in some far back part of Texas. So we took a trip and went out into Houston. Houston got a lot of black dentists, and we went to one. And we got that taken care of for a little bit and no money almost, and felt like we were being taken care of by our own family. So we both looked at each other like, man, imagine if we did pay him all that money and him don't even look like him like we. It was like as soon as he saw us, he was like, hey, black people coming in here, $5,000. You know, when your red flag go up, it's like nobody charges that much for that service. That's crazy. And plus, where we were, way out there, so the people them out there so don't even have them kind of money that we pay for them something there. So we all looked at him. We both looked at him like it was weird. So it's just them little things there, you know, make you want to actually deal with your own. And it's good to know that we have. You see them something that make me proud too, because look, we're out of our element, you know. We're in a foreign, this is foreign land for us, you know. So to have these experts who are excelling in foreign land, who can actually be of assistance to us while we are here in this foreign place here. We don't have to go to a foreigner. We could still run to one of our own. That is valuable. That is valuable. I will definitely get their numbers, and I will definitely, matter of fact, I have it open in front of me right here. So what I'm going to do is like this, ask Charlotte to all right. I'll shoot Charlotte a message, and hopefully she'll see it right now and send us over something. Let's go on into our other topic. We did say we are gonna finish by 11:30, the latest this morning. In the meantime, I will wait for her response. She normally answers promptly. All right. So remember them, they were telling us that the nurses need to come back to Jamaica because, you know, them are beg the nurse them to come back. So for those of you who are behind on what this is about, let me fill you in so all of us understand what's going on. We have an expert nurse shortage or a specialty nurse shortage in Jamaica. These are not regular nurses. According to Dr. Christopher Tufton, who is our Minister of Health and Wellness, he's not talking about regular nurses. We have them that can't done. Jamaica short of the nurses who are working expertise. They have special expertise in certain fields, like an oncology nurse or a pediatric nurse, etc. All of them run gone, left the country, right? And the ones who are overseas, they are now begging them to come back. What we've realized is that when the US dipped their hand into Jamaica business and told us that we had to get rid of the Cubans because those are fields where the Cuban medical staff would fill, we got short because now we don't have those expert people on the island anymore in the numbers we desperately need them in. So we have been forced to go to Ghana and the Philippines to get these. In the meantime, Dr. Christopher Tufton put out a message asking Jamaican nurses in these field of expertise to please come back. But like I said, if you're making the kind of money that they make here, you're not going to go back. If you've lived in Jamaica and worked in that field and endured certain conditions, and now you're someplace better, and getting paid a whole lot more, you're probably not going to come back. So, picking up from there, right? There's a doctor here who answered that directly. And her answer was, no, we're not coming back. Now, it says a highly qualified Jamaican nurse who left for greener pastures in the United States nearly 2 decades ago has some frank words for the health minister, Dr. Christopher Tufton. If you look at the icon for this video this morning, I took her picture and I put her picture there. They said she has some frank words for Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton, specifically regarding his call for nurses to come home to help deal with a crisis in the health sector. No, we're not coming back, said Dr. Cheryl Morgan, who migrated in 2009 after graduating as a registered nurse from the University of the West Indies in St. Andrew. She went on to excel in her chosen profession, pursuing doctoral studies, writing a book titled Jamaican Born about her humble beginnings, and becoming a businesswoman here in the United States of America. Dr. Morgan said that the call near year end by the health minister in the face of an acute shortage of nurses has raised eyebrows among Jamaican nurses in the US, noting that she and her migrant colleagues had left to seek better salaries, benefits, and work environment in America, in Canada, and in England, and even in other Caribbean islands as well. Them not just leaving for America and England and Canada, it's even better in other Caribbean islands as well. She said the reality is that nurses are treated poorly in Jamaica by various governments. I was tired of seeing nurses demonstrating with placards every time they should get a salary raise. When I was a nurse in Jamaica, nurses were just poor. Nurses were just poor. I guarantee you shouldn't poor no. You could see them walking on the streets to the bus stop after work. All them something there, right? Can't even afford a car. They couldn't even afford a car, she said. They couldn't afford a mortgage. For the few nurses who were in a better position financially, it was not because of their salaries. It was because of help they got from their spouses or family members or a bit of overtime work to make ends meet. The public always ostracized nurses when they lobbied for a raise of pay. They said nursing is a calling and it should not be about the money. Yet, we struggle to pay our bills and send our children to good school. Nurses are not getting a livable wage to compensate them for their education and their expertise. This is in Jamaica, right? She said nurses are not getting a livable wage to compensate them for their education and their expertise. Then we were approached, and the public likes telling them in Jamaica, say, a nursing you choose, and you choose nursing. Nursing is something where you have to love people. It's like they're supposed to do it for free. So when they put up their placards and try to get themselves better, even the people turn against them. When we were approached by international recruiters who paid a salary that we never dreamed of, Dr. Morgan, remember, she wasn't doctor when she left Jamaica, She pursued and became. She got the foundational start, though, as a regular nurse, graduating UA. So, when we were approached by international recruiters who paid a salary that we had never dreamed of, said Dr. Morgan, who hails from the little-known enclave of Top Mountain in rural St. Andrew, she said, when I arrived in America, I was placed in a beautiful apartment with excellent amenities, including a swimming pool and a gated community. And there were incremental salary increases yearly. Morgan's narrative suggests that Dr. Tufton would find the going tough as he tries to entice the nurses to respond positively to his invitation in a situation where, for example, 27% or 1,730 of all positions in the Western Regional Health Authority are now vacant. And that is only in one of 4 regions. Wow. I didn't know it was that bad. Let me say that part for you again. That's bad. That's super bad. So all our nurse them gone left the island. Morgan's narrative suggests that Dr. Tufton would find the going tough as he tries to entice the nurses to respond positively to his invitation in a situation where, for example, 27% or in numbers 1,730 of all positions in the Western Regional Health Authority are now vacant. And that is only one of the 4 regions. Rotted. Wow. What? And the Cuban nurse them did I full up all of them position there, no? And that may I try to tell you no. And now that the America said we can't deal with them, look at the vacancy that is there. But they don't want to sound the alarm. Tufton said that he had thrown the invites out to Jamaicans during recent visits to Washington, D.C., to New York, and to Miami, and that he would be formalizing it through actual advertising and promotions. Let me stop you right there, son. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but I said this before, I'm going to say it again. Minister Christopher Tufton is going to take money now if he going to do ads and take out ads trying to get these nurses to come back. And I read through his plan of action where he was like, come back to the beautiful sunshine. Come back to the island where we have sun all year round. Aren't you tired of the snow? Aren't you tired of the cold? Aren't you tired of, come back to where the food is organic. You can have organic fruits and vegetables and you are in your own country. The peace of mind of waking up in your own country and contributing to something that's bigger than yourself. And that's the angle that he's going to go with, you know. I'm trying to tell y'all do me a favor. For those of you who aren't nurses or don't know, just go look up how much a nurse with a PhD or a master's or a bachelor's, go look up what an oncology nurse makes. Go look up what an oncology nurse make. You think the people them will stay in the snow for that, brother? They're going to stay in the snow for that. You can't entice them, especially if they worked in Jamaica in these fields before and experienced the neglect and the abuse that this doctor is talking about before. They're not coming back to that. So I don't know what else to tell them, how to tell them to entice them to come back, what to offer them. I understand that they can't offer them monies on the level that the United States of America could pay them, but I don't even think they could come close. I don't even think they could come close to it. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good, family. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Good morning, Shakira. Kiss the baby for me. So, you know what Dr. Christopher Tufton needs to do? He needs to do us a favor. He needs to resign. Because listen, up the salary or something. 10 years, over 10 years, and healthcare has not. I remember the days when you could get your medication, your X-ray, your ultrasound, all of those things in the hospital. And he said they could do it better. right? And over 10 years, and no improvement at all. In essence, it's even gotten worse, SouFLo. They outsource all the x-rays, all the ultrasounds. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's a rat and a roach infestation. Who is going to come back to that?
I think that's a good solution right there, though. Rush Jada, big up yourself. Rush Jada, where you been? Rush Jada said that he needs to take the money and send the existing nurses to study special areas and then bind them to certain year amount of contracts. I think
that's a good idea, but guess what? He has no vision. He has nothing. He has no vision for the country, for the nurses.
And you know what's sad? What's sad is that some of us, because it's not just in nursing, you know, it's in other fields too. There's shortage everywhere. Some of us would actually give up the kind of salary we're making here and take a massive cut if we were at least at livable wages back home.
And you know what? I am disappointed in the opposition leader, because I remember when Dr. Fenton Ferguson was in office and the way how they behave. And there's so much going on under Christopher Tufton leadership, and it's just like, I don't understand.
But what is the opposition? What power does the opposition hold?
SouFLo, we need to hear them speak about these things. Come out more. Did you remember how Andrew Onis behaved when he was in opposition with Dr. Fenton Ferguson?
You know, every time I see the opposition now, it hurt my head because I stopped reading the comments. Because it's not like they don't try. Let's be honest. Every time
they try, but they still need to be more vocal, SouFLo. It's just too, I mean, come on, SouFLo.
But they don't have no power. So all they do is talk, right, about what needs to be done. And then all I see the Jamaican people, you see, ignorance is a hell of a thing. Because it's like this, right? I see Damian Crawford get up and say something that makes complete sense. And then I see 1 million Jamaicans under the comment, move on, go, man. I true in a power. You don't want to be in power so bad. Nobody is listening to you. Nobody don't want to hear nothing where you have to say. The country under control. Let Andrew do what he do. Make them do them thing. Leave them alone. So the opposition only has so much lee room.
That is true. You know? And I blame the people too, because we too need to take some responsibility. Because we just go with the same hospitals that we can't get no care, we can't get no medication, we got to go outsource all the, and we just keep going with it as people.
And we just cry about it, and
that's what I'm saying. We just don't do anything.
We cry about it and we don't do anything. We just keep repeating.
Yeah, so the people need to take responsibility too. We as the people, I need to take it. We don't do anything. Can you imagine you're sick and go to the hospital and have to sit on a chair for 24 hours and nobody looks at you? And when you're finally giving your last breath, somebody running to come and help you.
Try 48.
Oh my God, Christopher, he needs to resign. I don't know. Andrew Onis don't hold his members in his party accountable for nothing. Nobody's held accountable.
Brain 683 says, first, the nurse is not a physician. Second, I know in New York City, the nurses protest all the time after overwork. The nurse to patient ratio is too much and the pay and benefits inadequate. New York City Mayor Mandani. See, that's the thing though. When you are getting underpaid in the US and you protest and you have some leeway to get in that pay increase, because they normally listen and end up increasing the pay. In Jamaica, the nurse, when them protests, them not getting no increase in no pay. And when they get an increase in pay, and when they get an increase in pay though, it's still
not
livable wage.
Enough to meet.
It's still not livable wage.
Yeah, it's still not livable for them to survive off it. I guess most of those nurses have to be getting up early, taking transportation to go to work and the hustle and bustle. By the time they get there, they're tired, SouFLo.
Why?
Christopher Tustin just need to resign and let somebody who is more competent do the job, because he's not competent so far.
A doctor. I would say a doctor. I think that position is for a doctor. Minister of Health and Wellness, that position is for a doctor. It would be better
Okay, so I'm going to hang up. Thank you for taking my call.
All right, my friend. I appreciate you greatly. But you know, the last time I said that during the election, them cuss me, say, big idiot boy SouFLo about doctor. Anybody can be Minister of Health and Wellness. And I was surprised that people didn't understand why Minister of Health and Wellness would be suited for a doctor. Hey man, let me see. Entry-level registered nurse. This is just an entry-level registered nurse, right? Starting salary in New York typically ranges between 70 and 90,000 annually. This is just entry-level starting salary. We're not talking about expertise and advanced anything. No, them not go back. They're not going back. Whoever that was calling just now, try calling some other way, because your call is coming in as scam likely. Now, back to what we had talked about before. I got to get back to what the doctor was saying. She's a doctor in nursing. Okay, so making the case for their return, he pointed to improvement in the countries. This is the Minister of Health and Wellness. He pointed to an improvement in the country's infrastructure, ongoing hospital upgrades, efforts to reduce crime, and the opportunity for individuals to have more disposable income. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, SouFLo.
Why are you coming in as scam likely?
Me not scam you, so Canada thing still. It's a private call. Me not scam.
Yeah, but me don't know that call from me. It's scam, me not answer. But talk to me, what go on?
Yeah, well, nobody want to be working as nurse in Jamaica. And when they go to work, they want to kill them, shoot them, fire shot in a hospital, come in a hospital and fire shot by other patient. No, it doesn't matter where it is. Even UII. Some of the people them rude, and not care if the nurse even compassionate, soft-spoken.
The nurse them have to end up being rude too.
Yes, you get what I say.
Yeah, because them have to rude for suit the rude crowd what them deal with. But I've seen it. Yeah, me see it.
I'm glad you get what I'm coming with.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
When you deal with ignorant people, sometimes that's the only language them understand. You know, is a certain level of arrogance, a certain level of aggressiveness, which the nurse don't get to be herself and loving, caring, nurturing. She feel like surviving her environment.
Yeah. And then the Cubans, maybe they wouldn't insult the Cubans. But they will insult people even if you come from abroad coming back.
Mm-hmm.
The government won't pay you, and the people will undermine your intellectual ability and your skillful ability. Because them are going to be rubbing in the dirt. Oh, hey girl, just because you come back to Jamaica, you think you're better than we? Hey boy.
Mm-hmm. Just show you there for and come back, you think you're better.
Yeah.
You think you're better, we?
Same like that. Yep.
Boy. You're rough out here.
That's it. Yeah.
All right, family.
Tough stand have to know, say, if him tough, the Jamaican people have to know, so when they're going to the hospital, they must have respect to the professionals. And that's it. That's what I have to say.
All right.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Have
Thank
a
you.
great day.
You too.
Thanks.
All right. Hold off on the call. Let's finish through what this doctor is saying. So what this means, I believe, and I'm saying so with a lot of faith and conviction and hope, is that some of the very Jamaicans who have left our shores for greener pastures will reconsider and return to our shores, is what Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton said. And he said, we are saying to Jamaicans who live in the diaspora, whether it is in Canada, the UK, the USA, or elsewhere, come back home. We have a place for you in the health system within these areas. Obviously, where we are short of specialists, we will find a way to incentivize you to relocate. We will work with you because we would like all those posts to be filled by Jamaicans who have left us, which is their right to do so, he said. He would also be focusing on nurses who have not yet been lured away from Jamaica, stating that there would be a housing program for staff across the country and more training opportunities. But he insisted that some positions were difficult to fill because of the location and the specialized training that was required. For example, specialized nurses and doctors. He also acknowledged that the shortage had resulted in staff being overworked. Morgan says, now this is Dr. Morgan, says that the health minister was looking for a quick solution to a long-standing problem and suggested that he would have an uphill climb to fixing this. So while we endured some adjustment issues when we first arrived in the US, she said, we eventually learned the culture here about building credit, and we're able to start helping families back home in Jamaica. We were able to advance our careers here without prejudice. There was no sister from nursing administration to block our application to get specialized training or to study advanced nursing. We no longer had to suck up to anyone to be transferred to another unit. These are the things, the underhanded things that happen in the system in Jamaica. I don't want she get it, I want my sister or my girlfriend get it, so I go block her when she apply for this. You try to get into a training program, I don't want her going in a training program, so I go block her for that. She said, when you're here in the US, you don't have to worry about all of that. Now that we walk away from this broken system in Jamaica that suffocated us for so many years, and we have experienced success, and we have acquired assets, we've built houses back in Jamaica, we've helped our parents and our siblings, they are calling for us to return to our same broken system that has minimal improvements from what we had left behind. On a long list of inadequacies, she added a lack of new hospitals since 2008. No significant hospital upgrade has been done. Hospital patients are still being admitted in a room that is separated by drapes. Lack of IV pumps to administer IV fluids. Patient relatives still being asked to buy the patient's medication and their surgery supplies, or even drinking water for the patient outside of the hospital, buy them drinking water and bring it, come get them. What kind of system is that? She also named the shortage of ambulance to transfer people from their homes to the hospitals, and passers-by still throwing accident victims in the back of pickup trucks to take them to the hospital and the like. However, Dr. Morgan, why them sitting there sound bad? Me not lie. Them that sound terrible. However, Dr. Morgan suggested ways in which expatriate nurses could help Jamaica with their expertise, even while not coming back to live. Here's what she suggested. She said that we can offer our expertise to the government to show them how to set up proper infrastructure and services in the hospital. We can advise them, all this from a distance, we can advise them on how to set up telemedicine services in Jamaica. We can advise them on we can show the government how to set up satellite clinics. We can show them standalone emergency rooms, and we can show them urgent care centers to serve more patients. We can show the government a lot, but we still will not return to the bedside. We cannot return to the same broken system. The same way the politicians practice the same old-time politics. We got a taste of a more efficient healthcare system and the ease of delivery of care. There are available resources that improve patient care and nursing support systems. There are vast opportunities to advance your careers here in the United States of America and other places. She believes that it is time for Jamaica to revamp its entire healthcare system and improve it, one public hospital at a time, and offer jobs to the new nurses who have graduated from nursing school in Jamaica who have not been employed. Instead of asking nurses to come home, improve the system to attract young people to join the profession, and do not ask them expatriated nurses to return to sacrifice more. Dr. Morgan trained as a registered nurse in Jamaica, and since then she achieved Doctor of Nursing Practice, or DNP, Master of Science in Nursing, MSN, Family Nurse Practitioner, FPN, and a bachelor's degree in nursing, a BSN. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, Flo. Morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good. You good?
Yes, man. I'm good. Can't complain at all.
Can you hear me clearly?
Loud and clear.
All right. So I have a quick experience to give you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to tell me if it's a contributing factor.
All right.
Back in 2014, before I migrated, I went to Cornwall Regional Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And I was there for quite a few days. The experience I had was horrendous. When my teller said they sit my stomach up there, they sit my stomach. And I think it's because of the pay also why they treat the patients like that.
Right.
I was a patient there, and I had to turn around and become a nurse for other patients there.
Oh, wow.
A lady, elderly lady who had cancer. The lady lay there for days in her feces, and none of the nurses looked at her. And there was another girl who was beside me. She and I was the one who went into the closet, took out linen and stuff, and walked around and tried to find things, and went and bathed that lady off and changed the sheets. And the nurses then watched me like it was nothing, it was a regular day for them.
And didn't even help her?
And did not even help us.
Damn.
And we were patients there.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy. But you know, I said this before, right? I said when people are underpaid, you hear what this doctor said? She's a doctor of nursing. She said when she left Jamaica, she noticed that nurses was poor, and they were known to be poor. Them walk everywhere they go, they walk. Them catch public transportation. They don't have enough money to buy a vehicle for themselves. And the nurses who could do something financially, it wasn't from their nursing field that they earned that. It was either from their spouse, because they're married to like soldier or somebody else and putting resources together, or other family members. It definitely trickles down to how the attitude is. You're gonna get bad attitude from nurses who don't want to. Live on the air?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, the call dropped. I was saying that the way how they're treated and the way how they're paid definitely trickles down to how the patients are treated.
But even so, and I understand that they should get more pay, but it's not right for you to treat people like that.
It's true, but when you're stuck in a system that is, at some point you are human enough, and at some point you get burnt out. A frustration on top of your rent. Let me show you. Your rent can't pay, or your mortgage can't pay. She said rent. Your rent can't pay. Your rent back up how many months now? They're shortchanging you at work for your pay. You have to wait next week to get your proper pay. Then the next week, then you have that issue, and then you telling people, boy, you're a nurse. You're traveling nursing uniform. You walk up and down on road, a fan down car, I take red plate like everybody else. You can't even afford a little car for yourself. You have all these things, your children's school fee to be paid. You can't afford to send back your children them to school, new uniform, new shoes. Your children them look raggedy than other people picnic. You know, it's a bunch of things compiled, and then the nurses go to work, and this is what they have to deal with. Them just get burnt out. And when you get burnt out in the health field is one of the worst things, because you actually start treating your patients like you don't care no more. It's them feeling.
But it's and I just that's alone. I just feel like from my experience, most of them just don't have no love in them. And then at first we go for Cornwall Regional Hospital. But I feel like they just don't have any love.
Because they're not treated with any love. May I tell you?
So guess what? Well, unite and protest and let your voice be heard for what they deserve and know they deserve, so that they can treat their patients better.
Okay.
But it was a very sickening experience. And we're really, I feel just tell them my mind up there. And I actually released myself. Even before they told me I was able to go. I tell them I'd rather go and go dead. Because that type of treatment, and even the doctor, when the doctor came in the morning, I explained my situation to him and told him what was going on. If you ever hear the man talk to me, let me tell you something. Links run everything in Jamaica. You see, if you don't know nobody in a hospital in Jamaica, they don't treat you good. And that's from experience and from other people that I know. A links run Jamaica. In every entity in Jamaica, a links run everything.
She said that too.
Okay. So you see the nurses over in New York, they're protesting for better pay. That's what they should do. You protest for better pay, but you don't treat your patient them the type of way, man.
True.
You don't treat people like that, and that was very inhumane. For the lady to be elderly, have cancer, pretty much dying, but you could have made she die in a better condition if she's dying.
A little dignity, right?
A little dignity.
Yeah, she lay down a while
and on top of that, stick a pin. The girl that chin that was helping the lady out. They diagnosed her for cancer and was giving her. They were treating her for it. And at the end of the day, the girl didn't have cancer and poisoned the young lady body.
Rotted.
So they were giving her chemo, which was poisoning her, only to find out that she never had cancer.
Boy. Negligence, that's all.
They need to. And these are the things that a lot of us who want to go back to Jamaica and retire, but the medical system is shitty.
Yeah. And you know, that's one of the big things that's keeping most people that I know, most people that I know who are adult, middle-aged, and aging upwards and want to go back, that's probably number one at the top of the list for them. Along with crime and violence, but that right there is at the top of the list.
Yeah, those are the two major factors in Jamaica that's keeping a lot of people away from going back home.
Yeah.
And it's sad.
And you can see how that would prevent the experts from being back home to lend their expertise, you know?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, my friend. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Bless up.
Bless up. All right. But I'm going to say it again, though. Y'all, I don't want y'all to underestimate the power of being burnt out. You see, when you're burnt out in your field, you will start to treat it. The healthcare field is something else. Yes, it requires compassion and all this other stuff, but if you not getting paid enough to pay your bills and them I tell you things are gonna get better and you see roach around you something and rat run past your foot and people depend chair for 2 days cause can't put them on bed and people lay down on floor and then people coming in a somebody said earlier in a wheelbarrow and truck back and then you know the people you're dealing with around you suck your mother boy you're a nurse hey, and them kind of something that and that's your work environment. You're in the pressure cooker, man. You're in the pressure cooker. It only take a time, you know, after you the good in you. Me no business how much me I get paid. Me know the pay a little bit, but you know, me have to treat people good the same way. All that will leave some people. Not everybody. Some people are still going to say, you know, God is with me and me will do my best me can because me really love care for people. But you're going to have the majority of people who are going to say, me can't take this no more, you know. Can't take this. And then no pay me for do that because me change our 4 times already for the day. Me 1 day here, I mean, I have no help from nobody else, me not running. You ever go to Walmart or any of them department store that is extremely busy and you see the cashier them start move so? And you're like, why is she scanning the stuff so slow? Like, if you scan faster, you can get the line shorter, because more people will go through. But what you don't understand is that store knows that cashier they burnt out. The store know that cashier is overworked and underpaid. The cashier made up in their mind say, I don't get paid to do all this. So I'll get paid by the hour. So I'm gonna move slow. And when I get to it, I'll get to it. That's how burnt out people operate. So the pay thing there is super important. And getting burnt out under messed up work conditions is definitely a factor. Like the doctor said, when they advocate and put up them placard, is the same Jamaican people customer and tell them about them for do it. Them should have happy say this them do and you're not a good nurse cause you don't care about the people. Like the people have to get on their side too. Look out for the nurse them too. Cause you know say anything happen to when we end up a hospital, you know the nurse them care we gone. So when you see them out on the road protesting, organizing and protesting to increase their pay, stop and join them. Stop and join them. Nobody pass them talk about greedy or too greedy. But take care of the people that inside. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, SouFLo, you hear me clear?
Loud and clear, fam. What going?
You know what I'm you see a vlogger earlier.
Hold on there. We have 6 minutes before we're done. 6 minutes.
Okay. You have a YouTube channel. You have Big Stone. You have Stage 4 prostate cancer, right?
Yes, man. We know Big Stone, man.
Oh, you seen him vlog since lately?
No, I haven't seen his vlog lately. The last time I saw him, he was I actually came and told my audience that he doesn't look like he's gonna make it.
Yeah, but when we see him yesterday talk and he must say discharge himself from KPH because one nurse I treat him like more one nurse him. Like my customer say, shut up yourself, man, you're nasty. Like it's just to reach the girl him. No one will treat him like an animal. Imagine he discharge himself from breath. You know what I mean? And when you say you have sense, but advise the nurses them, if you can't deal with the pay, it better step down and find this job until the pay up and go back to nursing. Because the scene you have a reach, you know, to treat people so, the pay never count, I get punished with.
But listen, bro, I try telling you this though. Join the nurse them and help them advocate for them pay. How we do that? We vote out the people them who have the nurse them go through what they're going through and put in somebody who can do better for them. That's how we help them. We stand up and vote for them. We stand up and protest with them for better pay. Anytime I see the nurse them out there protesting in Jamaica, right, for them pay conditions to improve and their work environment to improve, I always say a small group of nurse out in the public. I don't see Jamaica people join stop your car, come out of public transportation, go join the people them and make the crowd bigger. And make the nurse them feel loved and appreciated and feel like say they deserve what they're asking for. If anything, just like this doctor is saying, is the same people that will make them feel like say they shouldn't be out there holding up no placard. Put on the placard and go on inside, go help people. The nursing you do. A nursing you do, you know. Take care of people, man. God's supposed to see in your heart like God are gonna pay them bills.
No, we're not really.
You see what I'm saying? So
but we cannot the people them want to get the most paid service people and the police, the fireman, want them comfortable you. When they're comfortable, them treat you better. You know what I mean?
Squad get paid comfortably, walk kick on your foot for no reason.
Yeah, because it is not nice house. You can afford them bills, you can eat what you want. And then when you greet a place, a person say, yo, officer, that's so and so. You even have a listening ears. But when you're under pressure, and you come to go and talk, you look at them, man. You know what I mean? If I'm angry from me, if I'm stressed out.
People are telling nurses to go look at a job where they're not required to this, that, and the other. When you go to school and you don't pay up all this money if you go up a UE, and you don't go through your battering of your curriculum, and you don't gain your degree, and you come out and you earn your certification, you think you want to just skip now because them not pay good and them are treat and the work environment bad. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to stay there and treat you bad. That's what they're going to do and collect the little pay, because as much as them are get paid, low pay, other places are getting paid even lower.
Yeah, but what
other fields are getting paid even lower.
When you go to any of the world, the nurse of the Jamaica fly out when it comes small and import people. So they may pay them people more. There's something with the Jamaican government going to respect them own. It's like they can take over when they get and do whatever. You know what I mean? But when you import people, they want up the pay and want to listen to them people. They don't want the black people, hombre.
They want, they will pay a foreigner more.
I know we have jump off. I say I come off, right?
All right, my brother,
Have a nice day. Big up yourself.
All right, manners.
All right, good.
Well, Jerome, the wife will come off there. Let me finish this up though. So Dr. Morgan trained as a registered nurse in Jamaica, and she's the one who's doing this article. And she said that since then, becoming a registered nurse in Jamaica, she has achieved in the United States of America her Doctor of Nursing Practice, or a DNP. She has her Master of Science in Nursing, a MSN. She has a family nurse. She's a family nurse practitioner, FPN. And she has a bachelor's degree in nursing, a BSN. She is a family nurse practitioner with approximately 20 years of experience at this point in the healthcare industry. And she operates a clinic with emphasis on type 2 diabetes, offering care to patients who lack health insurance. She is licensed to practice in the state of Arizona. She's licensed to practice in the state of Florida. She's licensed to practice in the state of Iowa. She's licensed to practice in the state of New Hampshire. She's licensed to practice in the state of New Mexico. She's licensed to practice in the state of Texas. She's licensed to practice in the state of Utah. Me mama blows her skirt. Them the kind of people who me talk about. Them now Jamaica nasty she again. Her wings are spread as wide as a free eagle. Jamaica can't afford her. This kind of nurse right here, Jamaica can't afford this. They have to go build this at Jamaica and incentivize ways to keep somebody like this. So as a philanthropist, she runs the Stop a Gap Foundation, serving needy individuals in her Top Mountain district with the support of her husband, who is a U.S. Army veteran as well. Top Mountain district is where she's from, in Jamaica. If you see her, she look young, but high accomplishments. And her message to Dr. Christopher Tufton is, we're not come back. We're not coming back. And she listed all the reasons they won't come back. If you want to read this article, shout out to the Jamaica Observer. It was printed February 2nd. This morning, 2026, it was released. It's an article put together by Desmond Allen, who's the executive editor. And the name or the title of the article is Nope, We're Not Coming Back. That is it. All right. We don't want to make it seem like so we are talk bad about Jamaica all the time. You know, I always tell people, I don't want you to ever leave my channel thinking like the glass is half empty. I always think the glass is half full. You know, there's a lot of improvement that need to be done on our beautiful little island of Jamaica. We know say a lot of things are not perfect. We're not trying to run anybody away from there, but we are seeking solutions to problems. Because for most of us, that's where we plan on ending up in our latter days. You know what I mean? For those who haven't gone back yet, majority of us, that's where we plan on ending up in our latter days. And if we're not going to be a part of finding the solution, then either what's our other solution? Run away? Go to people foreign country? Stay there till you're dead? That's not an option for me. That's not an option for me. So I have to be on the advocacy side. I have to be on the side that's trying to fight for change, for better in all these areas. Because I want to know, so by the time you reach a certain age and there, Jamaica, I live out my life, that certain things are available there to me. So I don't have to worry about, I have to run, go foreign. Last thing I will say before I close is this. I remember I was in Jamaica not too long ago and met a couple of people at the airport. And as I was leaving, they were flying out too. And you know, you're there at the airport, songsters, different flights go in different places. You have flights that go England, US, Canada. And I remember this one guy at the counter went to get some food and stuff, and he was like, yeah, SouFLo, man, you look even better in person, blah, blah. Me, I said to wife, I said, I wonder if it's a Batman this boat, you look even better in person, whatever. But we were joking and having fun and stuff. And he said, you know, I've done very well for myself over the years. I'm from the UK, really. You can still hear the British accent within patois. And he was like, he did very well for himself in the UK. So he came back to Jamaica and he built up a nice house and him have this and him have that and all these things. But when it's time for him to have his annual checkup and get his medication and do this, that, and anything that has to do with health, him fly out of Jamaica, go all the way to England. And I thought, damn, this is where he wants to be, obviously. And he loves Jamaica. And him tell me how he love Jamaica. And him wouldn't live back in England for nothing, but him have to travel back for his medical care because him can't get that level of medical care in Jamaica. I don't want that to be my story when my time come. I want my story to be, I'm good. Everything we need, right, that's all I had. With that said, manners and respect to everybody tuning in this morning. I appreciate you greatly. Mervin said, I would go back. I want a better system there. My friend and family there. Yeah, Mervin, well, you know, so we can run well left field place. You know, some people are more invested than others. And some people can run and never look back. I'm not one of those, and you're not one of those either. So we have to be a part of the solution to all these issues, right? So I don't want anybody who see these videos to think, Lord, Jamaica terrible, the healthcare system, now go back. Don't ever watch one of my videos and tell yourself about you're not going back, because I do these videos and I'm going back. We're looking for solutions to the problem, all right? Manners and respect to everybody tuning in. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day. Like my granny, Miss Ruby, said, be good. If you can't be good, be careful, but it's best to be good. My grandfather, Mas Clevey, said, I will see you tomorrow if God spare life. On that note, though, big up to all my Jamaicans at home and abroad, any which part today in the world, right? Big up to Uno. See you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.